Hey everyone, how are y'all? Margaret, how are you tonight? Avery and Lady V, how are y'all? Betty Joe, are y'all still on lockdown? Scott, how are you? Kent, it's good to see you tonight. Just on, good to see you as well. All right, y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up, put your chat on live chat so you can see all of the comments in the chat so you don't miss anything. All right, let's see if Nightbot is on time tonight. Give me just a second, y'all. So did everybody see that they caught the guy, the Stacey Lee Drake, that murdered the three people in Oklahoma? Yes, Avery. They called him this morning. I think it was. Exit screaming. How are you? So they ended up they finally called him this morning. He was in some woods there in Arkansas. Hey, Courtney. Yeah, and Avery. Yeah, I saw that. But the guy that escaped from Mississippi, I thought he escaped like today, but he actually escaped several days ago, like 5, 6 days ago. But this guy in this hey Betty Joe, this guy from that's from originally Alabama, and it said that he had an address in Arizona at one time. Uh, he uh, he shouldn't be out of prison, honestly. He's has a connection with the three homicides in Oklahoma. There's one in Hey Babs, one in Alabama. They think that there's a possibility that he has others in other jurisdictions that they're currently looking into. They said that there was a lot of information that has come up while investigating this guy, but they didn't put out that information. But back in 2010, he was sentenced to 22 years in prison, but he was placed on supervised release, which then got revoked in 2019. So the in 2010 he was sentenced 22 years for carjacking. That was revoked in 2019. 2021 he was ordered to serve 10 months with credit for time served. 2022 he pled guilty to first degree robbery and received a 120 month suspended sentence. And he still also has outstanding federal charges. Like the dude should not have even been out in order to make it to Oklahoma to murder these three people. Lady V, how are you? Hey, Princess Lena, how are you? And Avery, the guy that he murdered in Alabama, it was a guy that was a volunteer for AA meetings, and it happened in Tuscaloosa at an AA building. This Stacy Lee Drake guy actually went to the meeting. After everybody left, he stayed back, talked to the guy. I believe his last name was Andrews. Was talking to Mr. Andrews, and then he was later found deceased. And after they got to interviewing a lot of different people, everybody had like picked this dude out. And he's went to Arizona, he's went here, he's went there, and he's used different names and fake IDs and all this and that. Well, it all came back to Stacy Lee Drake. But just the point that if the justice system would have done what they were supposed to do, he wouldn't have never been out, especially from 2010. Okay, Lady V must be having difficulties, so we'll wait for her to come back up. So hopefully this time they will keep him in jail for everything that he's done wrong. So Avery, you should be good now. All right, Lady V, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what's up with StreamYard, man, but I'm getting tired of it. So I would say, hello, how are you tonight? Hello, how are you now? I'm like, why isn't she answering me? So I would unmute it and I would say hello and it would mute.
Yeah, I couldn't hear nothing you were saying. It showed me that you were muted the whole time.
Yeah, it kept muting and I would unmute it and it'd mute it. And Lord, it's been one of those days. Hey, Avery, honey.
Avery, how are you?
Hey guys.
I love your picture.
Well, thank you. How did they catch him? The one in Arkansas.
Okay, so when he did the carjacking and the murder of the two people in Oklahoma, he took their car. It was a man and a woman that was found inside of a business. He takes their car. Their car was actually found at a hotel there in Arkansas.
Mhm.
Well, they went and searched the hotel, but they didn't find him. Well, apparently he was spotted again outside the hotel, and they ended up catching him in the woods there right at the hotel.
Oh, so he's a stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank goodness.
you took the car that you just murdered two people and took their car, and you drove it to a hotel where you're staying.
Oh man.
That's really smart.
Right.
I'm glad they're so dumb.
Oh, exactly. And apparently he did not know this whole time that the police were onto him.
Good.
Oh, dang.
Because they were not putting it out that he had been identified.
I thought the first thing criminals do is check the news and search their own name.
Think.
Well, apparently they didn't put any of the stuff out. Okay, so this was after the murder in Alabama of Mr. Andrews. He murdered him, took his car. It seems like he has a thing for carjacking and murder, and so whenever they started, talking to all the people that was going to the AA meetings, and all these people had seen him, but apparently he had given a different name. Hey, Kelly P, at the AA meeting, and he had only been in Tuscaloosa like a week. They said, whenever he went to this AA meeting and did this. So apparently everybody else leaves, but they all see him stay back with Mr. Andrews, who was the volunteer at the AA building.
Mm.
So everybody knew that he was the last person to be seen with Mr. Andrews. Hey, just on. So whenever they go to interviewing all these people, they put this guy in a lineup, and they're like, yeah, this is him. Like everybody identified him, but there's like all these different names that he was going by. And apparently he was homeless and all this and that, so he didn't really have an address, in Alabama around Tuscaloosa. He didn't have one in Arizona. He didn't have one in Oklahoma or Arkansas.
Wow.
And he would change his appearances, sunglasses, hats, all this and that. And I actually have a picture of him when they drug his ass out the woods. Hold on.
Oh, good.
Right here. Get it pulled up. So this was today when they captured him.
Ooh, he looking rough.
He don't even look like his picture.
He
No,
looks
he
nothing
doesn't.
like his picture.
They said that's how he was getting away, was he was changing his appearance and everything. And apparently he didn't know that they were on to him because they didn't put that information out from the murder in Alabama. But they said it was like, I forgot how many different agents that was on it 24 hours a day trying to identify who the guy was, find out where he's at, and all this and that. Margaret, so that was asked in one of the articles that I had read. I guess somebody in the press had asked one of the officers that if he's considered an SK. And they said that, I forgot the wording that they used, but they said that he is now responsible for 4 murders, and that they're thinking that there could be other murders and other crimes in other jurisdictions that they're looking into, because they said that there is some information that has come up, in this investigation. They just haven't put that information out yet. So it won't surprise me if something comes back, from Arizona where they found out he had been, others in Oklahoma, Arkansas, and all that.
Well, isn't it like a rule of thumb? 3 separate
Yes.
unalivings or more is a SKer.
That's what
It-
I've always heard.
That's what I have heard.
Okay.
But the thing is, though, the dude in 2010, he was arrested and sentenced to 22 years in prison for carjacking.
So
And
where?
he got out of it.
So how did he get out?
He was put on supervised release. Then it got revoked in 2019. 2021, he was ordered to serve 10 months in prison with credit for time served. He then pled guilty in 2022 to first-degree robbery and received 120 months suspended sentence. The dude is supposed to be.
Good Lord.
Wow.
He should have never gotten out for the 2010. But then you get 120 more months and you still get out. Like the dude he literally pushed his luck.
So I wonder, okay. He was caught in Arkansas. So, but the unalivings, they were in Oklahoma and Alabama, right?
Right.
So I wonder where they're going to be extraditing him to.
That's a good question, because that wasn't mentioned in any articles that I read today, where he's going to first.
They don't need to send him here, because if it was Tuscaloosa, they're going to be taking him like 15 minutes from my house. He doesn't need.
Well, that's
out.
That's where he did the murder there. But with it being 3 murders in Oklahoma, I don't know if the 3 would trump the 1, or if the 1 would trump the 3 because it happened first. I don't know how they would do that.
I don't know how that works either. Huh.
So I'm hopefully in the next couple of days they will come out.
Yeah.
And say, is he going west or is he going south? But either way, he's got to go one of the 2 places.
Wow.
I'm just glad they called him so he can't do this to anybody else, because that seemed like his
Mhm.
thing was carjacking, along with murder the people, and then I take their car.
And what that's like what a stupid reason to take somebody's life just because you want their car. I mean, come on now.
Well, the guy in not Oklahoma, Alabama, said that the guy that was murdered there, his son, and everybody else who went to the AA meetings there said that Mr. Andrews would have just given him his car keys and any money that he had if he would have just asked for it.
Yeah, I believe
after
it.
what he did.
Mhm. Wow.
But honestly, the way he's been let go in Alabama, I hope he goes to Oklahoma. For real.
Absolutely.
Because for whatever reason, Alabama keeps letting this dude out.
But this is a homicide charge though this time, so well, I mean
he got 22 years for carjacking. And he got out of it. And then another 120-month sentence, and he got out of it.
Well, I can't explain these people here in Alabama. I just live here. I don't claim them.
I don't know. So I'm kind of hoping, like, I want Mr. Andrews to get justice. And
well, yeah.
If even if he goes to Oklahoma and he's convicted there and he gets the DP, in a way, it's still getting justice for Mr. Andrews down in Alabama.
Right.
But it's still not the same as him going and getting the Alabama justice, the state justice. You know what I'm saying? But he would still be getting it, him and his family.
So I'm curious, not that it matters in terms of Mr. Andrews, being unalived, but I'm just curious because I'm just naturally curious. Was he in Alcoholics Anonymous and a volunteer, or was he just a volunteer for them? Because
from what I understand, he was just a volunteer for them.
Oh, see, it just in either way, it makes it even worse because if he was also in AA and he's trying to better his life, and then his life gets taken, but now he's just a very charitable, humble man volunteering his time to people in need, and his life is taken. It's either way you look at it, it's just
And this is
what? I'm just beginning to just hate people.
I
really.
Yeah, and this is his name is Russell Thomas. Rusty is what he went by, Andrews.
Oh, he's not okay. For some reason, I was thinking he was going to be older. Wow.
Yeah, I kind of did too. That kind of. Yeah.
And he was just
like thinking volunteer in my mind. I'm picturing like this. Yeah, older, retired.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. But they didn't say. They just said that he was a volunteer there. He could have been in it before. I don't know, or he could have just been a volunteer, and that was it. But that's all they put in there, was that he was just a volunteer.
I want to tell you guys too about Melissa Davis, but also before I forget, if I do mute, out for a few minutes, it's because I am heavily entangled in a conversation on Facebook dating. So I have to keep popping over again. Okay. So if I mute it. Wesley Musgrove, he told me that there is going to be an update tomorrow on Melissa Davis, but he said that he can't tell me what the update is, and he can't tell me, like, he was told by law enforcement he can't talk about it at all. But there is going to be an update tomorrow. So I don't know where we're supposed to look or watch for it, but it's going to be somewhere.
I'm pretty sure somebody will have it on Twitter. Or, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, the guy that posted it on Twitter,
See, I was trying to remember who's covering this because it's such a small town. And I was trying to remember who's covering her case so we'll know where to look for the update. And I couldn't find it.
Well, this guy said apparently he's from the area because he's the one that had posted it originally. And I want to say it was Metamom that tagged me in it. That's how I come across it. But he did say that, if I had any questions about, the lay of the land, basically, just to let him know, and he would be happy to help. So let me see if I can find his name. And
Speaking of Metamom,
Speaking-
Metamom, you want to know what she's doing right now? Her butt is floating in her pool eating snacks. Can you believe that?
Good for her.
That's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not that. I know. I'm like, I want it. And it's a nice pool, too. I'm like, dang it. Quit texting me and telling me this stuff, woman.
I'm upset now, Metamom.
And then she's got snacks.
I just get in our hot tub and act like it's a big pool.
No, but she's got snacks too, Lady B. Like, that's just the pool I might have could have handled, but when she said she was going for snacks, I was like, oh, now see that's just not even right. And she's taking pictures of the moon while she's out there, and I'm like,
Not to change subjects, but I'm gonna change subjects. You know that girl? Oh my gosh, what's her name? Jocelyn. Yes.
Oh,
Did you hear the update about that?
I've got some information on that one too.
Is that the one that was
The little
found?
12-year-old.
The little
yeah.
13-year-old, yeah.
God, that broke my heart.
Or 12-year-old.
Yeah, I am. I've got some notes on that one because I'm literally pissed about the two guys that were arrested.
Yeah.
And charged with her murder.
What is going on with the? It's really hard not to get political and piss a chat off, by discussing it. But the fact is that these assailants are, illegal. And I just don't understand what is the rise in this all of a sudden. It's like all of a sudden we're hearing
because there's more of them
all
here.
These cases.
They don't give a shit.
Because there's more of them here, honey.
And see, I don't want to label.
I don't want either.
I don't want to put all illegals into one group. That's not even what I'm saying. But I'm noticing a rise, and
well, it's because there's more here, honey. I mean, whether we're not putting them in a category or anything, we're really not, because people do what they need to do, and it doesn't matter what I think about it. But we have more people here now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are criminals and not good people. There's a lot of good people, but there's a lot of really not good people too,
But the thing about it is what I was saying in Discord. It makes it harder for law enforcement to catch them because of their illegal status.
I agree.
Well, one of the two guys. So, the two that was arrested, Johan Jose Martinez. He's 21.
Do you happen to have their photos?
Yes.
Yeah, when they were hauling their butts away.
Hold on.
Because I haven't seen them. And I did see a picture of the little girl that they
She was beautiful.
She's so cute.
She was adorable. Her and her mom, she said she feels like she's in an alternate universe.
Oh, I can't
this
even
nightmare
imagine.
that just won't end.
I can't even begin to imagine, honestly.
Well, what I had read, and I seen somebody, who was it? Margaret said, "I'm so upset about that little girl. People making outrageous comments about the mom's fault. It's disgusting." The thing is with the mom. So, the night before this happened, so it happened to Jocelyn after midnight. The mom goes to Jocelyn's room about 10 o'clock and says, "Don't stay up late. You're going to work with me in the morning." That was the last time she saw her, around 10 o'clock. At
So
some
how would
point,
it?
Jocelyn snuck out of the house, out of their apartment, and went to the 7-Eleven. And that's where these two guys, and it has been said on some articles that I read that the two guys encountered her first.
No. How could that possibly be the mother's fault?
It's not. It's just people being asses on social media, and they want somebody to blame, and so that's what they're doing.
As if the mom isn't dealing with enough, like, then she's going to see it or hear that.
Right. But
People need to be more careful because she's in a very fragile state. She might hear or see that people are blaming her and possibly do something to herself. People have got to stop.
So these are the two.
People, please don't misunderstand us. We're not in any way judging or anything. I don't know their positions or anything like that. I'm not putting any statement. It's just it's just a fact. I mean, you can go on the statistics and it shows it is a fact that there's more of it because there's more over here.
Right.
Not good people.
So are these two guys, are they brothers or?
No, they're both from Venezuela. One is 21, one is 26. I don't know which is which, but one of them's name is Johan Martinez. He's 21. Franklin Ramos is 26. Apparently, okay, so I've got notes scribbled all over this. They've both been charged with capital murder. Johan Martinez was apprehended in El Paso on March 14th of 2024. He has a pending court date of 8/29/2024 in San Antonio. Franklin Ramos allegedly crossed into El Paso, Texas on May the 28th, not even a month ago. He was then released into the U.S. after he claimed that he feared for his life. He has a pending court date of July the 9th in Houston.
Oh, she cut out.
Wait, y'all can't hear me?
There you are.
Okay, I was about to start cussing. So, okay, what part did y'all miss?
You said he has a pending court date of July, and then you cut out.
Okay, so the one that claims that he was scared for his life after he entered, what day was it I said? May the 28th. He has a pending court date July the 9th in Houston.
Wow.
Like, hasn't even been here a month.
And so when did they find Jocelyn?
Hold on, I'll have to go back because I didn't get that in my notes. There was so much information. Hold on. Because she was only missing, she went missing, what day was it? Shit.
Was it April something? 23rd?
No, she just went missing just like not long ago. Like a day or so ago. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I must have misheard that. By the way, Metamom says she's not in the pool for real.
She's lying. I got photos.
Okay, Jocelyn was found deceased on June 17th.
Oh.
So
just 3 days ago.
Yeah,
Gosh.
So she snuck out of her house after midnight on the 17th, like early that morning on the 17th. At 6 a.m., a lady calls 911 and says that there is a body in the water close where she lives at. And then that's when she was found, and then they had to ID her and all that.
So they must have some kind of surveillance or something to have led them to these two guys.
Yeah, they were on camera at the 7-Eleven where she was at.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah, that's how they caught them, because they actually put the pictures out of them and was asking if anybody knows these two men. They're considered a person of interest. And then all of a sudden today they've been arrested.
Dang
And
it. Dang.
and her mom said that she didn't know the guys, but she's wondering if maybe they either live in the same apartment complex that her and Jocelyn's brother lived in, or if they walked to the store from the skate park. But
I
either,
hope that Jocelyn went quick and didn't suffer.
you know how she was
No.
strangled.
Oh, jeez.
But one dude claims he's scared for his life, so they release him into the U.S. when he's picked up in El Paso. And then, literally less than a month later, he does this to this little girl. And Margaret, yes, Texas does have the DP. I hope they both get it, and I hope they rot in hell. I really do.
See, I've been looking into that. I've been researching because since the last case with Rachel Morin, I've been trying to figure out exactly. So I know they don't have the death penalty there, where Rachel Morin's case was, but
Right.
I've been trying to figure out how they go about handling criminals when they're here, illegally. Like, would they put them to death, or do they just
They should
deport? Do they deport? I don't like. I can't figure out.
The guy in Rachel Morin's case, he's already been deported and came back into the U.S. and then did what he did in California and to Rachel. So it doesn't do any good to send them back.
So if it's homicide charges,
I
then
say try them here.
If they commit
digging.
something that is for the DP and they get the DP, they will put them down here.
They should.
We need a lawyer in here because I have questions.
I
mean, if they're going to come here, and
if it was like a smaller, lesser kind of charge or something, they may have deported them, but on something like this, no, they'll either be in jail for the rest of their life here, or they'll be on DP.
So, okay, the guy in Rachel's case, didn't he murder, it was said, another lady in, was it Venezuela?
Yeah, El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so if he wouldn't have did what he did here, but he got arrested and it was for a lesser charge, theft or something like that, then they would have probably sent him back to El Salvador to be held accountable for the murder there.
But see, he does have a fugitive warrant from El Salvador, and that's what I've been trying to figure out is which one takes precedent. Is it going to be the U.S. or since that occurred first in El Salvador, and there's been an outstanding fugitive warrant? Like, which is there? Do you see what I'm saying? This is why we need a lawyer in here, because I got questions.
I see. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But see, I think with that, I don't know, because it would be kind of like the same thing with the Stacey Drake case. There's murders in 2 different states, but he was caught in another state.
Mm-hmm.
And with Rachel's, it happened in Maryland, but he was arrested in Oklahoma. And so he's been extradited back to Maryland. He was extradited back like this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And booked in at like 7 something tonight. So that, but I'm like I said earlier with the Stacey Drake one, where would he go? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because there's 2.
Well, I do know Alabama fights really hard for extradition. I do know that, especially if it's possibly a DP case.
Mm-hmm.
They fight to get them here. but I'm not. I don't. I don't really know. I don't really know where that Stacy guy is going to go.
I don't know. Which I get Rachel's case, and he was, that guy was extradited back to Maryland, but
Yeah,
that was just one murder that we know of, you know, because out the stuff that he did in California was bad, but
yeah.
it wasn't murder. Uh, so I get that one, and I don't know. I would think he's going to go to court here, and of course they don't have the DP, but he'll probably get life in prison. Uh, and I guess El Salvador will just have to. I mean, it's another one of those cases where the lady and her family in El Salvador, yeah, they'll get some justice because the man is off the streets and he's going through the process. But then again, he's still not being held accountable there. Okay, Betty Jo, hold on. Let me get to back over to StreamYard. Okay. All right, Betty Jo, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, Betty Jo.
Hello. He'll be tried here because he committed a murder over here. I get it. He committed murder there first, but he did it here, so he'll be tried here.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma.
No, I'm talking about the one that did Rachel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Ken, I've been live for like
So,
36 minutes now.
Now, the one that they just caught, wherever he committed the murder first, is where he'll be tried.
Which was Alabama.
Right. So he'll be extradited back to Alabama, stand trial for that, and then whatever other ones he committed, he'll stand trial for them.
It's sad
yeah.
though. Like this little girl, the 12-year-old Jocelyn, the one guy who claims that. Wait, who did we just lose? Was that Kelly?
I don't know.
And she was up here. Kelly, you left for some reason.
I didn't even see anybody come up.
Yeah, it was Kelly P. I pulled her up, but then she stayed up for a second and then dropped back down.
Oh,
The Franklin Ramos guy, he was enrolled in ISIS detention program, and they found his GPS. Apparently, he cut it off like a day or so after Jocelyn's body was found.
yeah. I feel for her mother. I feel for her.
Yeah,
It's
because
senseless.
all these ones that are crossing the border, they think, oh well, we're gonna get away with it because we're in the U.S. Wrong.
Right. If they're coming over here for a better life and they're going to do it the right way, I'm cool with them coming. But the ones that are coming over here to do what they're doing as far as the murders, yeah, they don't need to do that.
We already have enough people here legally as it is that are doing, this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's just the added my concern is, which I guess so far police have been pretty good about still being able to catch them, but look how long it took, like with Rachel Morin, and that's my concern is that it's harder to catch them, and so then they have more time to hurt more people. But yeah, I'm all for people coming here because shoot, if I lived in some of those countries, I'd be coming too.
Yeah, because it's worse.
Oh yeah,
their countries are worse with committing crimes, so that's why they escape over here.
Heck yeah,
they'll commit a crime there, and it's like, let me just escape to the U.S. because
But I mean, like the ones who are coming, like Scarlett said, to better their lives because they live in a horrible country. I understand that.
Because they're doing it the right way.
And apparently the guy that was arrested for Rachel's murder, he was in Maryland the whole time that the manhunt was going on.
Yeah.
Family members. And the family told the police that he had been staying with them from December of 2023 until May of 2024 before he went to Oklahoma. Well, then where the hell was he at from August to 2023 when this happened to Rachel to December of 2023? Where
So
was he at during that
And
time?
now so he could get wherever.
are they going to be charged with harboring a criminal?
They should, they should be.
They should.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Kelly, how are you?
Hi,
Good. How are
Kelly.
you?
Long time, sweetheart.
I know.
Missed you.
Miss you too.
Where
Can
you
you
been?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah.
Where you
So
been?
did they do interviews with his family? Because I hadn't heard about that yet.
Apparently, okay, so I wrote down this little part out of an article, so I wouldn't have to read the whole thing, but it said that he had apparently been staying with family members in Maryland during the nationwide manhunt. The family claims that he was staying with them from December 2023 until May of 2024. Well, there's a couple of months from August to December that's unaccounted for. Wherever he was at, was he in
Did-
Maryland? Would he go to another state? They did say that he was, that they knew that he'd went up to Virginia. So where was he at from the time from when he did this to Rachel to December of 2023 before he got with the family?
All I have to say, if they know that he was at, I have no words. If they say that they knew that he was wanted, they bet your dang ass that they better be
Yes, they
in
should
jail.
be charged because they should have. I get it's their family member or whatever, but this 5 kids, don't have their mother no more.
Precious kids.
Exactly. And this little girl and her mama out in 9-year-old little girl in California, and he did what he did to them.
And then you can't forget about the girl that found Rachel as well. She was traumatized as well because she saw
how she was.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's not just one person. It's the family of her. It's the girl that found her.
Mm-hmm.
It's his family, which his family should have turned him in. I get it. It's your family, but you got to do right. You got to do right by people.
Yeah.
That's something that we hardly ever think about or talk about is the people who find these bodies.
Yeah.
Of how, they have to be so traumatized.
They kind of get lost in the discussion, honestly.
Yeah, they do.
But they're just as affected by, maybe not in the same sense as if they're not related to the victim. But the girl that found her, how old was she? She was young, wasn't she?
I think she was a teenager. Believe she was a teenager.
I think so. She was on the young side of teenager, I think.
Yeah, and walking that path and then coming across that, Well,
and Kent, that is true too. First responders never go home the same either. It's
them too.
So
it bothers police officers.
Yeah. It's just the whole damn thing is it's senseless. There was no reason for him to do what he done.
No.
Was no reason for the two with Jocelyn. There was no reason. It's it literally like with Rachel, her being on the trail and minding her own business and running and all this and that, and then the Jocelyn girl going to the 7-Eleven. Yeah, I know she snuck out and all that, but so what?
It doesn't matter whether she snuck out. It doesn't give them the right to do
exactly
what they did. Okay,
but what it looks like is that these people who are here illegally doing it, and I'm not talking about all of them. I'm not talking about the ones who are here working and doing better for themselves and not, breaking the law or nothing like that. I'm talking about the legal ones that are here committing the crimes and murdering people.
Yeah.
It's literally like the guy in Rachel's case, the 2 guys in Jocelyn's case, the guy that what was her name? Laken, was it Laken Riley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one there, it's like they saw
an
the person and they pounced.
Yep. And my thing is, okay, even if you S8 them and just took off, you don't have to take their life.
Nope.
Granted, they're going to give a sketch and say who it is, try to tell them who it is by the best of their ability, but still, you don't take somebody's life because you want whatever.
No.
And that's the problem with this world today. Instead of people like this dude that's still on the run, I guess he's still on the run. I don't even know if they caught him yet.
Which one?
The one here, what happened today.
Oh, yeah. Are y'all still in lockdown?
No, we're
Okay.
told us we can go about our
Okay,
business.
good.
There'll be police officers, all around. But that's like, apparently the person that did it shot an 18-year-old in the stomach and in the back. The kid is in critical condition. Why can't you just use your fist instead of pulling out a gun?
You want to know why? Because the generation nowadays are a bunch of pansy asses. That's why.
I mean, it's senseless.
Yep.
I mean, we had it was a helicopter. You can actually sit here on my son's porch and watch it fly by real low all day long. It happened around 3:00, and they stopped with the helicopter around, I think it was like 6. So I don't know if they called him, but I'm sitting out here with the door open and the light on.
Well, hopefully they caught the person. But it's all senseless acts. That's all
People
it
has
is.
lost their mind. Yeah. I didn't get the alert. My son did first. And he goes to his truck and he gets his GUN out, and I said, "Why you got that?" He said, "Here, read this." And then I seen pop up on my phone. I said, "Oh shit." And I made the baby go in the house. And I put out my cigarette and I went in the house. We all went in the house and we locked the door. And my son said, "I wish somebody would."
Yeah, that's got to be a scary feeling. Though you can't even go outside of your house because
Yeah.
of something like that.
You know what? Betty Jo is just like me. We hear that there's somebody in the neighborhood who's done something like this. And we're sitting outside smoking, looking around.
That's what I'm doing. I'll sit here and I'll hear a noise and I'll look. Just a bird or a squirrel.
I do the same. Every time there's ever been a situation where we have like an escaped convict or something's going on around here.
Well, see, I'm nosy.
I'll be sitting outside looking, and the police will be going by, and they'll be telling me, "Why aren't you in your house?" And I'm like, "Because I'm looking. I'm helping."
I'm trying to help you solve the case.
That's my son. Now, where my daughter's house is, it's down the road, and it's like around the corner and down the road some. And I said, "Well, where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to go check on the house to make sure everything's all right," because it was in the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh, okay." So he called me, said, "Everything's good. I'm on my way back." I said, "All right." I said, "You didn't get stopped by no cop, did you?"
It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. You can't even sit out on your front porch anymore. You
Yeah.
have to worry about some crazy ass person coming by, possibly doing something to you.
So, I mean, I don't know if they caught him, but I hope they did. But I'm still going. I got to come out here and smoke. Can't smoke in my house.
They didn't give y'all, like, whenever they lifted the
No.
lockdown, they didn't give y'all any information if they called?
No, they just said that you can go about your business. There'll be cops in the whole area.
Oh, dang.
So
they just kind of left y'all hanging without any information then.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, y'all, I have to get down. I can't stay up because Jaden leaves in the morning and we have to be up at the butt crack of dawn. So I'm going to lay in bed, but I'll be in the chat until I fall asleep. I have him all packed and I have air tags everywhere that he doesn't
Good
even
for
know.
Good for you.
That's good. Hopefully he has, though, a blast.
Yeah,
he's so freaking excited, and I'm just a nervous wreck.
My kids always had so much fun.
He'll be fine. I mean, I get you're
You gotta
worried.
let them. You gotta let them
I let,
spread their wings.
yeah, you gotta let him grow up. So
Yeah,
I didn't like
How
it.
far away is he going?
he will be, well, like 4 hours.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
I think 4 hours.
I mean, it's
Um,
drivable. You know.
I'm probably going to end up down there around the area, I'm sure, because I'm just not going to be able to.
She's gonna be poking around, acting like she's some stranger. She'll be in a hat and a scarf and sunglasses, and she's
Don't
That's
be
what
you
I.
embarrass. Don't you embarrass that boy.
You
No,
got
I look.
But
I
you go
am much.
incognito. That's all you got to do. Nobody will
that's the
ever know
word
who
for it.
you are.
I
I
am
think
much
I think
better
like
at being sneaky than I ever thought. Like when he went to the Mexican restaurant after church that night with all those kids, we went through there 5 different times. He never even knew.
I
He
bet
never even knew it.
very much, did they?
And that's when he was texting. That's when he was texting
Another
me,
one.
not even knowing that I was like right there in the restaurant because he had $20 and he offered to purchase the girl sitting next to him her drink because
Aw.
he thought that's what he was supposed to do. And then he ordered his food and then his bill came and then he didn't know if he had enough money. And so then I noticed he kept getting up and going to the bathroom. Well, he was in there trying to use his calculator, trying to figure out if he had enough money. And he kept texting me and calling me, but I wasn't answering because I was right there in the restaurant. I didn't know what he's calling me for. And he told me, he's like, Mom, I have a headache. I was sweating. I was stressing so bad. I was sweating because I didn't know if I was going to have enough money. And but he was just being like a sweet little gentleman. But so I'm pretty damn good at being incognito. So I might just
I
be.
don't know how our parents did it without cell phones. I really do not.
You did that with your daughters too, didn't you?
Oh, their dad was worse than me. I really didn't have to do much with my daughters because he was, oh God, he was, their poor teenage years were just miserable because he would track them on their iPhones and he'd pop up everywhere.
Well, just remember though, he's going to the beach. Okay. So you can't go out there looking like a crazy lady with like long sleeves on,
No,
trying to
because
like,
I'll call the cops on you.
yeah, because you're
Yeah.
gonna look suspicious at that point.
Well, I did warn the youth pastors that if, they hear any rustling in a bush, like not to point it out to the kids because it's probably me.
Just go to the beach and sit a couple of 100 yards down from where he's at, and just keep an eye on him, and he'll never know you're there.
I didn't like
Oh, I need my binoculars too. You just reminded me.
No, you can't have the binoculars. That's suspicious.
stalking.
You look like a creeper.
It's different if
You'll
you're
be
using
arrested.
the binoculars, like looking out across the water, not down the beach.
Don't turn the light out on me.
Where are they going down to the beach? I assume.
Yeah,
So
I
what
can
beach?
just see the beach patrol come up and arrest her.
Panama
Or,
City.
Okay.
or what do you call it?
I was just down in Pensacola just a day ago.
Oh, dang.
I saw your toes on the
Yeah,
beach.
burnt
Yeah,
the
she thought it was me. She thought I was the one at the beach posting pictures.
I
Nah,
did. I was like, "Are you at the beach?"
I wish.
it was nice.
Yeah, you and me both.
But anyhow, I'll be down in the chat till I fall asleep since I have to actually get up to an alarm.
All right. Well, tell him I hope he has fun.
Yeah.
I will. I'll keep you guys posted too.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please do.
I'll be in chat.
All right.
Bye.
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 Yeah. She's literally talking like I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Like she's gonna be there on site, keeping us minute by minute up to date.
She will live
He's looking
stream
at
it.
a girl. He's looking at a girl. Oh no!
Oh my god, I could just
They
see her now.
ghosted him again. No, no.
I can just see it. Avery sitting on the beach.
Yeah, with a floppy hat. Hope she puts on some sunscreen.
Oh my god. But he'll be fine. He'll have
Yeah.
fun and he'll be fine. He'll be away from home and on like a little mini vacation.
Hi.
Hi, Bubble.
Hi, Bubbles.
Not again.
She's so cute.
Oh my god. Dang it, y'all. I done dropped my pen. Shit.
It was funny earlier. My son was cleaning up his room, and he has a table by his bed for his CPAP machine, and he had a whole bunch of change on the table. She walks over there, and she picks one up. She said, "Can I have this?" He said, "Yeah, go ahead." And then she walks in the room. She's got this little container that's full of change.
Mm-hmm.
He walks in, gets it, takes it in his room, and starts putting the change in there. She said, "Can I have these?" He said, "Here, I'll help you."
Aw. She just wanted
So
her
he
some
stole all
change.
his change.
She just needed her some candy money.
Yep.
She got $20 off her mom today.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, wow. She's good.
See, now y'all need to take that baby to the store and buy her a toy.
Yeah, when
That's right.
her mom has off Saturday, we're gonna take her.
Kelly M., how are you?
I wish the stitch would fall out.
They're still bothering you?
Hmm.
I got one hanging on the side that they say they're supposed to dissolve.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one ain't dissolving. They came loose, and now it's just hanging.
Ooh.
And I don't want to cut it with scissors because I don't want nothing to touch my gum.
Right.
So,
Ugh.
but the one in the front, I don't know what happened to it. It broke, but it's gone.
Maybe it came out and you just didn't realize it. Hopefully you didn't swallow it or anything.
Oh.
I don't think I.
That just hurts me thinking about it.
Yeah, it's loose and it's just hanging. It's like, would you break already or just
Right.
dissolve or something?
Hey, Libra Moon. Okay, I'm trying to get caught up in chat, and my damn chat keeps getting off the live chat for some reason. Like YouTube really needs to get that fixed. I don't know. These cases, y'all.
Yep.
Think we're gonna have a trial for Brian Koberger?
Don't he have court tomorrow?
The 27th.
For what?
Wait, let me see what day the 27th is.
To see what they're going to do and not do, and
I think it's a
they
Thursday.
just need to. Judge needs just to judge. Freaking make a damn
But the
date.
judge needs to judge. That's what he needs to do.
Judge needs to put his foot down is what Judge needs to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm about to go in there and show him how it's done.
Yeah.
exactly
It's
what
like,
he
you
needs.
see this date right here? Just mark it on your calendar. Call it good. And then mark 5 more ahead of that, so that way, and then, further back, because it's not going to be on the date that they set it. They're going to continue at least 4 or 5 times. So you might as well just schedule 5 dates in a row, from 1 month to another.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the way to do it. See?
I have not even been on the Idaho website in forever. I used to get up every day when I get up. That was the first website I went to check for new documents.
There's nothing new going on. That's why.
That's why I haven't been, talking about it, because I can't just talk about repetitive every single night.
Mm-mm.
It's just
Especially there's nothing going on.
right. Now, if it was
Well,
something-
and you don't want to be clickbaity either with
Oh.
making, crap up.
no,
Yeah.
because
Just
you
so
can
you have something to
literally
talk about.
you can literally come up with so many titles about one subject.
Yeah.
Right. I have a question. When you're arraigned, don't you put in a guilty or not guilty plea?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder when
I'll be back.
Okay.
Victor, what I don't even want to call him by his name. The POS, that's what I call him. For Rachel Morris. I wonder when his arraignment's going to be.
When is his court date? Did they say?
That's what I want to know. I don't know.
Oh.
And so he didn't have a court day in Oklahoma.
I have no idea. I think he was just extradited. I don't know the details.
He probably waived his right.
He did.
Extradited him back to Maryland.
What was
Yeah,
his
and Tia from Decipher went to show where he was being held today on a live. It was pretty funny.
let's see. So I know
But
that he was booked into the Maryland jail this afternoon.
Okay, so he'll probably Monday or Tuesday. He'll probably have a court date.
I would say probably by Monday, if not tomorrow. I would say no later than Monday, because I mean they could very easily have it done tomorrow because they already knew that he was coming in today.
Yeah.
and if he pleads, I wonder if he'll plead guilty or not guilty.
He'll plead not guilty.
Probably plead not guilty because they all do.
But if he pleads guilty, that means no trial, right? They'll just sentence him.
Just depends.
Usually, if you go in and you plead guilty, they would usually then do a sentencing date. They wouldn't do the sentencing right then.
No,
Right.
But they would do a date of sentencing. But I don't see him.
Mm-mm.
Now, I don't see him doing it. But if he was to plead guilty, I think it would be because he wants to go ahead and make sure that he stays in the U.S. and won't be sent back to El Salvador.
True.
But I still think that he'll plead not guilty because I mean he's going to have an attorney. He's going to have one that is, because he more than likely can't speak English, or if he does, it's not very good English.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have to find an attorney that or someone who can translate for them.
Yeah. Probably have an attorney that either speaks both languages or going to have a translator.
Yeah.
I would not want to be that damn attorney. I'd beat his ass.
Yeah, that's
Just me. I couldn't do that. Mm-mm. Nope. I know everybody has a right to an attorney. However, being that he's guilty, no thanks.
Well, Rachel Morin had a right to live.
Yes, she did. Absolutely.
And he shouldn't have even been in the U.S. So, I don't know. I think he's going to plead not guilty. That's just my opinion. But I think that if he does plead guilty, it's just to keep himself in the U.S. and not go back to El Salvador. Because if he was to go back to El Salvador, I'm pretty sure their prisons down there are far worse than what ours here are.
I bet. Did you guys think that the sketch looks like him?
Okay, so
I didn't.
let me see if I can go back and find the picture, because there was a picture of him when he came into the U.S. And then there was the pictures of him when he was arrested. To me, he's lost some weight since he's been in the U.S.
Yeah.
It also looks like, though, the picture of him when he first came into the U.S. kind of does look like the sketch a little bit. Of course, it's not going to be 100%, but it does look like him. Let me see if I can.
Especially if it was a teenage girl that found her and described him, or somebody.
Yeah, because you got to take into consideration a young girl.
Yeah, they're nervous.
Right.
Yeah, the little girl was 9 years old. The mama was there when it happened, but they're both scared to death about what just happened. They're nervous. They probably never had to deal with anything like this before. So there's a lot of factors that play into the sketch not being 100%. Okay, here we go. Let me screenshot these real quick. Wait, that's the enhanced one. The person who did these. They said on one of them they enhanced the picture where you could see it, but I don't want that one. I want the original.
See, eventually, people doing this type of thing, eventually you're going to get caught. Whether it's months, days, years, you're going to get caught.
Yeah. All right.
Your
Now-
luck runs out.
Go ahead, Betty Jo.
I said your luck runs out sometime.
And I'm curious to know about what the tip was and how it all came down. I'm curious to know, was it, just like someone random in the public noticed his sketch, noticed the guy? I'm really curious to know about that.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting whenever this does go to trial.
Yep. And I hope to have cameras in the courtroom.
Oh,
Right. Decipher said Tia said that she was going to stream it if it is live.
Yes. I hope they do have cameras for everybody to see because a lot of people invested a lot of time into this case.
Yep.
Look at the picture. Oh, screenshots. Okay.
Shoot, I kept on getting into Facebook jail and Twitter jail and
You're just over there being bad, Kelly.
yep.
Okay, let me get these 3 pictures pulled up here real quick. And then that way I can pull them. Because the picture of him whenever he first came into the U.S. and him coming out of the door in that video does look just like him. Like I said, a little bit on the, I don't know if I can do this. It's not going to let me do but one at a time. So this was him whenever he first came into the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it kind of.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Kind of, but like I said, not 100%.
Like the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
I
the
think
nose.
the ears were might have been like a little bit off in the sketch, but I mean it does, but it don't.
Yeah.
Margaret said, Scarlett, I mentioned earlier last week 13-year-old SA in NYC Park daylight and after Ellie posted pics, people recognized and did citizens arrest with their fist.
Good
Oh,
for
wow.
them.
Yes,
for
I
you.
heard Donald Sutherland passed.
Yeah, I did. I heard that this morning too. All right. Here is the picture when he got arrested.
See, he looked nothing like the picture.
Mm-mm.
Not now. No,
Mm-mm.
he lost weight.
He lost
Yep.
a lot of weight. Honestly, if they
Right.
were just showing the picture when he first came into the U.S. and then I seen this dude right now, I wouldn't think it was the same guy.
Exactly.
No.
And he probably lost a lot of weight because he was running, nervous, scared.
Watching
Whether
over
he
his
was
shoulder
tall or
all
not.
the time.
Yep.
He was begging for the NYPD protection. Well, Mark, he shouldn't have did what he did. Honestly, I'm glad the citizens did take it up and got the guy.
I wonder what he was doing in Oklahoma.
I don't know. I still want to know where he was at from August to December when his family's claiming that's when he started staying with them in Maryland.
I thought he had a family in Oklahoma.
It
Does
was,
he?
Is that what was said?
I thought that's what I heard.
He might have.
But yeah, I wouldn't think it's the same person at all.
I mean, just look at the eyes. His eyes now are sunk back in his head from all the weight loss.
Mhm.
That's
He
crazy.
doesn't look like the same person. Like
Yeah,
no
no.
facial features look the same.
And he looked pretty buff before when he was walking out of that apartment building. He doesn't
Yeah.
look that way now.
Uh-uh.
No, because being on the run does that to you.
Yeah, because there he is when he was coming out of the house in California.
He had to look over his shoulder every single day.
Hmm. Stressed, being worried, probably didn't eat half the time. You know, getting from California to Maryland and wherever in between up into Virginia and all that. Yeah, he's
And you
probably,
know he was watching the news.
Yeah.
probably watching the news, didn't eat half the time, probably didn't sleep half the time because he's too worried about the police and when they're going to come knocking on the door. You know, so I don't know. He lost a lot of weight, but the picture, the first picture that I had pulled up when he first came into the U.S. and what he looks like here,
Looks like him.
yeah, it looks like him. But like I said, if I was showed this is what we were showed was this picture here of him coming out that door and the sketch.
Mhm.
If I would have seen what he looks like now on the street, I would have never guessed it was him. I would have just looked right past him and been like, you know, just another guy walking down the street.
Yep.
It would have never crossed my mind that this is a guy that, you know, walked out of those people's house in California and is wanted in Rachel's murder. It's crazy how people can change their appearances like that.
Mhm. All I know is I just hope that he just rots in prison. That's all. Just rot.
Yeah. There's a special place in hell for people like him.
Somebody will get him in prison, I can tell you that. You can only be in protective custody for so long before you're put into.
Yeah, they'll probably keep him in PC until he goes to trial. Once he hits prison, his ass ain't in PC no more.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope. You're in Gen Pop.
And then now they may have him, like if they have a large community of people that's from El Salvador in the jail, he may be placed with them, you know, but in away from like other groups, different groups or whatever, because they will do that sometimes in prison, kind of keep the same clique of people together. They may do something like that, but for the most part, he'll be in Gen Pop, which is good. He should be. He shouldn't get no special treatment.
Mm-mm.
Margaret said, good. I hope his demons were feeding off of him. DA should say, pick one, confess, or be on plane to El Salvador tonight.
Yep.
If they were to tell him that, what do y'all think he would say? Y'all think he would confess to it, or he would say, just take me back to El Salvador?
He said no. Speak English.
I think he'd confess.
I honestly, if he was given those two options, I think he would confess in a heartbeat. So he wouldn't have to go back to El Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I do? I'd send him back, let him stand trial for that one, and then come back and serve him time, and go back over there and just be put to death.
I wonder though if they would do that, because you know, like for example with Lori Vallow, you know, we already know she's got a conviction in Idaho for what happened up there with the kids and with Tammy, and then she's now in Arizona for what happened to Charles. So I'm wondering, because we already know she's going to go back to Idaho and serve out her life sentence. But in a case like this one with Rachel's and him having a murder case in El Salvador, I don't think they would send him back down there to be tried down there.
No. Tia said that they're going to try him here, or I don't know if it was Tia or if it was, I was watching Nancy Grace. I watched too much. But I heard that he's going to be sentenced here and then go down after he's finished with his sentence, which he's not, because he's going to be, life in prison.
I think he's going to get life.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if they would do something like that, though, because there is a chance that if he was the guy, if they got him in El Salvador and they tried him down there, that they wouldn't even send him back here.
Mm-mm.
No, they put him to death there.
Yeah.
But don't forget, he has to go to California to face that.
He ain't going to
And we
California.
don't know.
Well, they'll probably send a charge
They're
in California here to Maryland.
They might,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is they have another crime, and we don't know how many other things he's
Right.
done while he's been on the loose because he
Right.
doesn't seem to be too worried about anything, outside of the weight. But you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. And any of his family friends that were harboring him, their asses need to be right in jail right with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should be. Literally, like almost a year that he was with him.
And it ain't like they ain't seen him on, on the TV or on the news or something like
Of
that.
course they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I get it's family. I get that. But when you have a family member that's done something like this, no, you're getting turned in.
Especially
Mhm.
when there's 5 kids that now don't have their mama.
Exactly.
You
You're getting
know.
turned in.
Right.
Like I said, I'll protect my kids, but I won't protect them from something like that.
Right.
I love them. I'll do anything for them. But if it was come down to one of them doing something like this, no, you're going. I'll drive you there myself.
Well, in El Salvador, it says here on Google, the penalty for murder in El Salvador is not capital punishment, as it was abolished in 1983. The country has instead focused on reducing crime and murder rates through other means.
I want to know what those means are.
Let me see if I can find what the other means are.
Shipping them here.
Right.
Yeah,
We're
let's-
just going to send it to America.
But there's also a lot of gang members down there.
Yeah, I heard that some people are saying that he was a part of a gang or something.
he was.
Was
So-
he?
Cops even said he was affiliated with gang members.
So if he's had any ties with any of them down there, and then you got rival gangs in the prison where you're going to be,
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to want to go. Margaret, that I'm not sure of. Margaret said, how many little girls did the family he stayed with have? I don't know if it was all adults, if there was some kids there, like what relationship they were to him, anything like that. So yeah, that could be another reason why he doesn't want to go back to El Salvador. It's because of the gang stuff going on down there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but apparently he was here before, he got deported, and then he came right back.
Yep. And they do that. They get
Oh, yeah.
deported and they figure out a way to come back.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. They knew how to come across the first time, and more than likely they come back maybe a different place, but the same way. Just, I mean,
I'm not trying to be, mean or anything, but if these borders were closed like they were,
it wouldn't be happening.
it wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, sure. Because, I mean, you've got Rachel's case, you've got now Jocelyn's case, you've got Lake and Riley's case. Wasn't there another one?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. It seems like there was another one.
I saw on Twitter, and I don't know if it was true, but I saw that Trump called Rachel's mom, and sent condolences,
Oh,
supposedly.
did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Libra, was she murdered by someone who was here illegally? Because, I mean, if you think about it, that's 3 right there in the last year that's happened.
This child, I'm telling you.
What's she doing? What did
She
she
don't
do?
do no wrong.
She's out there. She made this mound of pillows.
Oh,
and she's jumping into him. Well, she rolled off and she hurt her wrist. Told her if she didn't stop, she's gonna break it.
Is somebody eating?
Not me.
Not me.
Lady.
I thought I was muted.
I thought it was her fingernail thingy it to begin with. Yes, Margaret, that was I always forget her name.
I am so sorry.
Oh.
Please forgive me. I thought I was muted. I just had to get some chocolate milk and some Fruit Loops.
That sounds so good.
Oh, what is the girl? Lakin Riley. I don't know why I cannot never remember her name. Yes, that's her, Margaret. Why, y'all? I feel bad because I can never remember her name, but there's so many that we have to try to remember. And see, now I'm gonna want some cereal.
Me too.
Jeez, Lady V.
And I can't have it.
I really am sorry. I really, really am.
About to get me a chocolate ice cream.
Oh, that sounds
That
good.
sounds
too.
good too.
Man, y'all are just rubbing it in today. I don't have any ice cream.
Me neither. I went to my freezer last night thinking I still had some. I was quite disappointed when I didn't see
It's
any.
chocolate fudge bar.
And I would love some.
Baby has popsicles. I can eat one of them.
I wish I had some mint chocolate chip right now. I do have brownies, so I may go get a brownie.
I tried.
What kind of brownies?
Just like the little brownie bites that you get from like
Oh.
Brooksters in the little plastic container.
Oh, they're not specialized brownies. I was just curious.
Oh no.
Baby's got cupcakes. I can eat one of them.
She's got what?
Cupcakes.
Oh, that
Yummy.
sounds good.
You always talk about food.
And I just got through eating.
Well, see, there's not a lot of things I can eat right now.
Oh, that is true too. Yeah.
I've tried eating a sandwich. Can't do it.
What about yogurt?
I hate yogurt.
Oh,
I tried eating a breakfast sandwich yesterday morning. Couldn't do it. It's the way the stitches are in the bottom. I don't know.
It
It's just
makes
the way
it
you
hurt.
got them in there. It hurts.
Yeah. What about like
what about
vanilla
smoothies?
pudding or something like
Yeah.
that?
I can eat pudding. I can eat ice cream. Yeah, like soft ice cream. I can eat grilled cheese. I can eat pancakes,
Yeah, that sounds
eggs,
good too.
anything that's soft, real soft. I can.
And soup.
Yeah. Well, I'm tired of soup, but yeah.
Margaret, I don't know what happened to Avery. She said she was going to stay in the chat, but
She
She probably fell asleep.
she probably did.
But it won't be long though. It says I looked it up. It says 4 to 14 days when they start to dissolve.
So that's not too bad.
If they're not gone, because it's already been 7 days. If they're not gone in the next few days, I'm going back to him and have him take them out.
Yeah.
I go back on the 26th for him to look at it anyway, to make sure it's healed right.
I remember swans. The swan man used to come around here.
I remember them. They used to come around when I lived in Jersey. All that ice cream.
Yep, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen one in a while though. Oh, there's Avery. She must have been over on Facebook. See, I knew it, Meta Mom.
She's been naughty.
See, there's big crime rings that pay these border jumpers to steal phones, and then next ones get all credit info. Let's see. All right, New York is turning into a big shithole. Sad our country is going through this. I agree, Killiam. Like I said, it's if they want to come over here and make a better life for themselves and do it the right way, that I'm cool with it. But the ones that are doing all the murders and committing all the crimes are making the ones who really want to be here and do it the right way, making them look bad.
If you don't sit down, I'm taking it.
Oh, Avery's just over here eating chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, y'all.
It's you guys' fault. I never used to snack at night. I'm serious.
I always have, which I did eat right before I went live.
This is the longest 7 days of my life.
I could imagine. Well, you haven't got to eat though, but you want to when you're used to eating like that. But maybe, I mean, hopefully they'll start coming out soon, and you'll be able to. Get back to eating.
I haven't had any like that in my mouth, but I've had that on my knee. I've had 3 knee surgeries, and when they started drying up, it was the most painful part of the whole thing as far as the stitches went.
Well, see, I had them when I had my top ones out. I had stitches, but they weren't like this, the way they got them in there now. But I could eat, like, certain things without them hurting.
Oh,
Now they're on my bottom. It's like, yeah, that hurts.
When I had my surgery on my throat, the stitches itched me like really badly, but they never hurt. But I can just imagine your mouth, though. That's a sensitive area.
They don't hurt unless I eat something. But
right.
Something
It's a shame though that they couldn't give you something to numb it enough that where you could eat without, doing something to the stitches and making them come out.
But I can't wait till they fall out because they're getting on my nerves.
Sweet Melissa, how are you?
I mean, I wanted it done because, they were going bad. They were breaking. Anything I did, it wasn't working to keep them. So I needed them out.
But at least you don't have to go through it again, though.
No.
You got it done.
One day when I woke up with my whole side of my face swollen, I said, that's it. I went to the dentist. I said, I want them out.
Kelly M., I agree. Go through the legal process, which is long and costly, but they are the ones that want to be productive citizens.
Yeah, they're the ones that do it the right way. They do what they have to do to get their green card and all that, and get a job and take care of the family
and don't commit crimes and all that. Yeah. But it just,
like I said, I don't have a problem with any of them coming over. You're going to do it right. But if you don't come over here and commit the crimes that you're committing, you don't need to be over here.
I agree.
It's making the good ones, it gives them a bad rap too whenever they're not even doing anything wrong at all.
It's always the bad ones that make a problem for every
good one. Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
That's why we have rules. That's why we have stupid instructions on appliances, for stupid people. That's why we have laws for stupid people, evil people,
That's why they make the books for dummies.
Yep.
This is true.
I mean, the whole thing about doing the right way, I'm all for that. But the thing is, the people that are coming over, they can't afford the thousands of dollars to make it, and they're fleeing from their situation.
Right.
So, and they're trying to come over to make a better place. Now, I'm not talking about the scum, the murderers, but I'm talking about the ones that are fleeing to make a better place or better life, and they can't afford the thousands of dollars it costs to get their green card.
Yeah. Right. It's a shame. And the only thing is they're trying to escape the bad over there, and the ones that are bad coming over here are making it bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is true. Y'all, my chat is getting on my dang last nerve now. Why it keeps jumping?
It's just
YouTube.
YouTube and StreamYard is just
It's
messed
like
up.
they can't get their things together.
Well, they need to do something because that irritates me whenever I'm trying to keep up with chat and I'm missing stuff in there because it won't stay on live chat.
Well, it's not like they don't get enough money from y'all.
Exactly.
Right?
The damn truth.
I'm sure they make enough off of anybody.
Yeah.
Get their crap together.
And I still need to change my.
You still ain't done that? I just done
No,
that.
I was going to today, and then I got distracted, and
I just noticed it too.
it's like the squirrel thing, you know.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
I don't even know how to do it, honestly. Like
Do what?
The baby,
change picture.
the baby
Here.
tried to pull a fast one today.
Just go to your edit avatar, press the plus sign, find your picture, apply it.
It should let you do it while you're on here.
Yeah, she can do it right now.
Yeah, the baby tried to pull a fast one today. I was washing dishes, and she's out in the living room watching her show. She says, "What the hell?"
Oh no.
Hell.
I said, I walked out there. I said, "What did you just say?" She said, "What the hell?"
She probably heard it from me because I say that all the time on here.
But
Well, and I always repeat it
she's
too.
just
See,
sitting there.
there you go. That looks good. That wasn't hard, was
There you
it?
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay,
But yeah,
it's
she
all right.
sitting there watching her show, and all of a sudden it just comes out. I said, "Oh my god!"
Hey, Dub, how are you? Wait, 5 illegals kidnapped a 14-year-old girl, trafficked her Monday from Indiana. Her phone pinged. They found her today. What, Dub? What was the 14-year-old's name?
Did they find her living?
Yeah,
Jocelyn?
hey, or
Oh, is she talking about Jocelyn?
I don't know because I see what they said. Justice for Jocelyn too. But they were also talking about a 14-year-old girl in Indiana. Let me see if I can find some information on it.
that's crazy.
Indiana.
I'm gonna handcuff the baby to me every time we go somewhere.
You damn near have to, honestly.
I'm going to. When she's a little bit older, well, now I just put her in the cart. But when she's a little bit older and wants to walk by herself, we have these handcuffs together.
So she
When
was
she goes,
alive. No, not Jocelyn. She was from Indiana. Her dad saw her get in the vehicle. Well, thank goodness she was alive.
she gonna go on her first date, and Mom's gonna go with her. Just make sure you're safe, baby. That's all.
Yeah, you'll see Betty Joe. They'll be going to the movies. So Bubbles going to be on one side, Betty Joe's going to be on in the middle, and the guy's going to be on the right. She's
Yep.
going to sit right in between both of them,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
and she'll be sitting there holding the popcorn, letting. I can just see it.
Don't touch her hand.
One hand in the popcorn at a time.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Wait, is this one from Indiana? So there was a day ago. Oh no, okay, so this would be it. Let me pull it up. As it's mentioned in Missouri as well. So 5 men arrested charged with kidnapping after missing Indiana teen found in Missouri.
Wow.
Law enforcement in Northwest Missouri arrested 5 men accused of kidnapping a Cass County teenage girl. According to the court documents, officers with the Missouri State Highway Patrol were informed shortly before 2 a.m. on the 17th that an active search was underway to locate a 14-year-old girl who had been reported as missing from Cass County. The girl's father had reportedly witnessed the young girl enter a vehicle that was later determined to be a black Dodge Durango with unknown registration. The father contacted the Logansport Police Department and reported his daughter as missing.
Hmm.
Can you imagine watching something like that happening?
I'd
To
be
your kid, yeah.
I'd be
I
flipping.
I used to live in Cass County.
I'd get in my car and I'd crash that car right into it.
My
yeah.
ass would be in the truck bed of that
Yeah,
freaking Durango or whatever.
I'd
I'd be
absolutely.
to that.
Tom Cruise on it.
Tom Cruise.
Okay, so the Cass County Sheriff's Office then notified troopers that the missing girl's cell phone had pinged from a suspect vehicle with Texas registration and was traveling westbound on US 36 near Hannibal, Missouri. A short time later, a trooper saw the SUV matching the description and initiated a traffic stop in Macon County, Missouri. During the stop, the trooper reportedly observed a girl in the back seat of the vehicle who identified herself as a missing teen. The trooper then removed the juvenile and placed her in the patrol vehicle. The trooper, with the assistance from the Macon Sheriff's Office, brought the following men into custody. So there was Marlon Aguiar of Honduras, Arturo I don't know how to pronounce the last name, from Mexico. There was No Guzman Hernandez of Mexico, Daniel Lopez of Mexico, and a Carlos Funes of Honduras.
Let me guess, they're all illegal.
More than likely. All 5 were transported to the Macon County Jail and have been formally charged with felony counts of kidnapping and endangering the welfare of a child. And according to court documents, authorities believe that the men were transporting the young girl to California.
Wow.
Boy.
Thank God they found her.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
Yes.
No shit.
I can't believe that she got in the car with her dad right there.
Maybe she didn't know her dad was right there.
Why the hell she get in the car with them?
I wonder if she knew them, supposedly.
Because that one right there looks like he's young.
It could be. She probably knew the young one.
Mm-hmm.
Figured it was safe to get in the car with him or whatever.
Yeah, but her dad's okay. More than likely, if her dad's there, she's there with her dad.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily.
She could be out front in the front yard or something. He could be in the house, and then just happen to see what she's doing, and she's getting in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true.
Margaret,
I don't know why I thought it was a gas station or something.
Margaret, she was kidnapped from Indiana and found in Missouri.
I left my lighter in the house.
Thank God she was found, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alive.
Oh, so they were taking her to California to meet her online boyfriend, they said. But but I wonder how true that story is. If that's just something that the suspects told. Or did Dub, do you know if the 14-year-old told that as well?
Oh, jeez.
Let me see. This was who asked what time this happened. Did it say shortly before 2 a.m. on June 17th.
That was a few days ago.
Yeah, that's when the Missouri State Highway Patrol were informed. But it doesn't say what time she actually got in the vehicle with them.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
That's scary. That's why part of me wishes we could just put a chip in our kids, you know, Just a GPS.
Well, see,
Yeah.
nowadays it's so easy because these girls and these boys that get online and they don't know who they're talking to.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
And it could be somebody and say, hey, meet me here, you know, or
That's why
like,
I keep 360 like 360 on my kids.
yeah,
I
got
hate to
to
do it.
nowadays.
I mean, I hate to do that, because they're all grown. But my daughter, she just got home 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but
Because she works late.
right, exactly.
So I always make sure that I keep up with, when she gets off work
You
and
got,
when she gets home.
you got to. She's 21 years old. She's a female.
Exactly.
And that's what most of them go for is a female.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I sent this dude a message to ask him
I
about
mean,
this.
there is guys that get taken, but not as very often as a female does.
Mm-mm.
Hold on 1 second.
So it's crazy. This world has gotten worse. In
Yeah.
these, I'm going to say it, and I don't care. In these last 4 years,
Yep,
this world has gotten worse.
it has. COVID was like the worst thing that could have happened.
Hold on, y'all. I'm asking this guy about that's on Twitter about uh, Melissa Davis. See if he knows anything about it. Let's see. See, that's the thing, Kelly, with Kelly M with Life 360. My daughter has she has the group with me, my youngest son, and her in it. Then she's got her and her boyfriend's family, mom, dad, stepmom, brothers, sister-in-law, all them in it. And then she's got a group with all of her friends in it. So, if I can't find her, I can still find her,
Right.
if I need to. So that is the one good thing about having it.
I wish my kids would let me do it to them, but, they think they know it all. So,
Well, she went to Texas a couple of weeks ago, and I told her, I said, you're going out of state. I need to have you on it, so that way I can keep up with where you're at. I know exactly where you're going, and do believe I stalked it the whole time she was in Texas.
I would have too.
I even had to text her and tell her that she needed to charge her phone, and she's like, "Okay, please don't start this shit with me."
Mom, please calm down.
I mean, yeah, because once you get below 5% on your phone, it 5 or 10%, you can't, like, it takes some of the abilities away, and so
Yeah.
you had to basically force it to locate the person,
Yeah.
and shit, her phone needed to be charged.
Put the phone on the charger now. Don't
Maybe
make
we
me.
should hook Avery up to that.
Hey, I just saw that tomorrow at 1 p.m. is the Bell hearing on the POS.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get a sticky
That's
note.
what I was doing when I got kicked off. I was on Twitter.
Okay, and that's in Rachel's case, right?
Yeah,
So
Okay.
tomorrow. Good.
At what time?
1 Eastern.
Okay.
That's 12 Central.
Yep, that'll be 12 Central, 11 Mountain, 10 Western, Lord Jesus. 10 Pacific.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's okay. We understand what you were saying.
Girl, it's 12:30 in the morning here.
It's 1:30 here, so
All right, so damn, at least they got it scheduled for tomorrow.
good.
Now I'm gonna have to set my clock and make sure that I'm awake. see. Let me put 12 Central Time. So, okay. All right, I'm gonna have to wait for this guy to answer me back. Hopefully, he will know something about an update tomorrow on Melissa Davis's case. Now I need to get off of Twitter. There's video of the essay and unaliving the Jocelyn. Well, they can see them all the way to the creek. Deb, yeah, there was something about. So she was seen at like, I want to say 12:17. I don't know why that time's popping in my head. That she was seen on camera at the 7-Eleven, and then that's when the two guys were also seen with her. And then a little while later, she saw down at the creek where she was found.
I thought one of the guys that worked there said he saw her cowering behind the dumpster or something about 11:30 and didn't think anything of it.
Jocelyn? What?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Speak of it, Scarlett's daughter about to fall asleep and hears a bullhorn. Put your phone on the charger. Margaret, that is a good idea. Because she knows when I start putting the bullhorn icon in chat, that means you better answer me or Mama's about to pull up. Because at times she has a bad habit. She'll be texting me, and then when I text her back, then she wants to go an hour without answering me. And yeah, bullhorn's going in the text. You better answer me back. Kelly is over here just throwing herself off the panel.
Yep.
She's pulling in Avery. Okay, so Deb says yes, she was hiding from someone.
Probably them.
God, that is so sad. They did say though that the two guys encountered her first, so like they walked up to her. You know, it wasn't like she was there to meet them or anything like that.
That's got to be scary.
Oh, for sure. And you know, the guy that's seen that and didn't think anything of it is probably thinking now,
Oh, yeah.
damn, I wish I would have done something.
Yeah.
That is so sad. Tomorrow's also summer solstice, the longest daylight of the year, and it is a full moon.
It's been a full moon.
Strawberry moon.
Yeah, because tomorrow's first day of summer, ain't it?
Is
Yeah,
it the 21st or the 20th?
21st.
Okay, so yeah, it is first day now. Hey, Jim with 2 hands, how are you? Shortest day in New Zealand.
Wow, that's
Yeah, because they would be going into their winter months while we're in our summer months here.
yeah. That's weird.
It's crazy how we can connect with different people from all across the world, and their weather is
It is.
opposite what ours
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's easy forgetting too.
Oh, yes. I don't know. I'm kind of ready for fall, though. I'm like already over the hot weather. And y'all know me. I hate cold weather, but
Summer hasn't even done.
I'm
Oh, good
over
Lord.
it.
She's over it already.
I am. I'm over it. It ain't even here yet.
It doesn't take us long, does it?
Nope.
Start complaining.
Well, I mean, I swore I wasn't going to complain about winter time, and then I was over winter and was ready for it to be warm, and then I swore I wasn't going to complain about the heat this year. But dang it, I'm over it.
Yeah.
It was only June.
Yeah, it hadn't got started good yet.
No.
Uh,
I was sitting out on the porch and the baby come out earlier today and she says, Mama, it's too hot out here.
Yeah, it was really hot here. And Jen with 2N said that she went through all the seasons today.
Wow.
I need to get stuck in the fall.
Me too.
It's not too cold, but it's not too hot.
That's why I like fall and spring.
Yeah, spring is my favorite. Summer used to be my favorite, but summertime
Well,
has just got where it's just,
Blazing hot.
yeah, it's the last couple of years it's gotten where it's unbearable here.
Yeah, spring, there ain't no spring. It's like winter, summer.
hmm Okay, Deb said that her mom says she never goes to that store. The store clerk says she's always here. Yeah, I mean, she
must
snuck
sneak out a
out.
lot.
Yeah, and the mom probably didn't know that she was sneaking out.
Okay, but who hasn't snuck out?
I haven't
know.
snuck out because my parents were the lightest sleepers, and my dad, he was a former Marine. He locked up the house like it was Fort Knox. There was no way I was getting out and not coming in. No, I was. Yep.
I'm not gonna say I never snuck.
I was perfect.
I'm not going to say I never did either.
Yeah, my parents were light sleepers, and I'm telling you, you can if I ever get up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom, it would wake them up.
Your dad
That's
would
how
know
late they were.
But never snuck out and came back in the same way.
Oh no, you got to have a backup way. But I wouldn't know that because I was the perfect angel. I didn't do no
You're
work.
right.
But
I went in and out of my bedroom window.
you got to have a backup way back in.
But I also had a house key at the time, so you know.
You never go through the front door, Betty Joe.
I've always went through the front door, back door, the basement door.
Deb, that's kind of what it sounds like, that she snuck out and her mom didn't know. Because it was said that her mom told her at 10 o'clock that night, like, you don't stay up all night because you're going to work with me the next morning. And then she ends up sneaking out in it. This is what happened to her. Jim with 2Ns, I have not talked about it tonight. I didn't even get a chance to look today through any of her stuff. I did talk about it last night. You know, JP is like wanted to pay people $350, and apparently he did write a check, or had his right hand person at the church write a check for $350 for somebody back in May. And then I believe he put benevolence on the reasoning for the check or whatever.
Oh, good heavens.
And so
Benevolent fund.
they are, I think the FBI is now looking into the financials of the church, but he's still allegedly offering $350 to anyone who can dig up any information on the creators who are talking about him or Micah's case.
He's a joke.
Oh, yeah. I don't give a shit. I'm going to talk about him anyway because,
That man's straight up evil.
you know, no matter how you look at it, whether you believe that she did this herself with her own hands or if somebody else did it to her, it was done because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
100%.
Absolutely.
Let's see, I saw on TikTok someone allegedly had footage of what looks like a man in the back of her car.
It's hard to see that. I mean, I'm sure you can, but because it was on Facebook.
Have you seen it?
I tried the picture of the car with someone.
It's on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Is it in her group?
I think so, yeah. And it's hard to tell, but it does look like there's a shadow of somebody besides her.
But see, what don't get me is the guy, the dude, the boater, okay, who allegedly hears, was it somebody crying or screaming or something like that, and he heard a
crying.
shot, and then he goes
Yeah.
over there and he gets her stuff and like moves her stuff. Like, why would you
Yeah,
Me-
I didn't get that either. It's like, why would you move that, especially if you just heard a shot?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because something just happened, and that's probably evidence.
it didn't make no sense.
Where is Micah?
You can see the ear, Jen says.
Okay, let me see if it's on this one. We're going through it.
Unless they took it down, but it was there.
How many days ago was it posted?
I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, it's not on that one, but I think I have another Micah Miller, I believe. Surely that's not the only one that I'm a part of. Well, I guess it is. I'm gonna have to go find the other one. I could swore. Let's see. No, I'm part of this one too, but it wasn't on my thing. Okay, so let's see. I see one 9 hours ago. Let me see if this is it. Oh shit, that's loud. It's want to listen to TikTok. Or what?
Wait, did we lost Kelly?
Again? I'm just,
Yep.
I wasn't even paying attention to, I'm looking over here in Facebook. Hey, Tonka.
She jumped off again.
I don't know, yo. It kind of does look like there's somebody in the backseat of that car.
That's what I'm
Does it? Can you show it?
Yeah, I'll pull it up here. I can't play it. I can play it, but I have to keep it on mute because it's got music
Oh.
on it.
Yeah, it's
Deb
got
says Jocelyn was a fighter and she bit the big guy on his neck. Well, good for
Good.
her.
I'm glad she did.
yeah, because I just
That solidified it right there.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's basically, you can like see the head, or what it looks to me like a head right
Yeah.
here, and then the ear right there. I don't know if y'all can y'all see that okay? Or do I need
No,
to-
it's really
okay. Let me just zoom it in like it. But you can kind of see the ear right here.
Oh,
what it
I
looks-
see it.
Or what it looks
You
to
can
me
kind of
like.
see the head.
Looks like a
yeah.
Lego head.
It does kind of.
Yeah.
It looks like rock chalk.
I mean, that's what it looks like. I hadn't even
does.
seen this. There
That's
it is.
what- somebody was in that car with her.
That's
It
interesting.
sure looks like it. Wow. That right there.
It was from
You can see the back of his head, the hair,
Pawn
and both
shop?
of his ears.
Yeah.
or the
You
gas
can
station.
even see the fat roll in the back of his head.
No, no more popsicles. It's too late. Okay, well you are not getting no more popsicles.
Oh shit! Hold on. The link is too short. I was gonna post the link.
Too
Tonka
short?
said that she can. The link was too long.
Okay.
Tonka says she can see the high, tight, and military cut.
Exactly.
Yeah, right there. You can see the
Exactly.
hairline. Oh, that
It's
is
like
so
it's like a
creepy.
buzz cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying that it happened between the pawn could have happened that between the pawn shop and the gas station that person ended up in the car.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Jim with two ends. That's what it looks like. There's a man in the back seat that is forcing her to drive.
It
Okay.
does look like it.
And I never listened to her. I never listened to her 911 call. I chose not to.
I did.
I couldn't bring myself to it. I seen what she had said on there about what she was fixing to do and that she wanted her family to be able to find her. I couldn't listen to it.
She was so calm. It was
It just, I don't know.
mind-boggling.
Doesn't seem. I mean, even if it was her that made the call,
It was weird.
But how did we know that there wasn't someone that made
was
her make the
standing
phone
there.
We
call?
don't. We
Yeah.
absolutely do not know that.
standing there making her make that call.
I don't know. I have this feeling, and I could be wrong, but it is a gut feeling that she did not do this herself.
No, I don't think she did.
I've always felt that way myself too. I just
For one, okay, if she did do this, she's not going to drive all the way from South Carolina to North Carolina to take her life. Especially when she wants her family to find her.
Right. I wonder though, if okay, let's just say, for example, if there was someone that was there that made her make that phone call, and they told her you're going to say this and say what you're about to do to yourself, to make it look like she is the one who done it, and she just threw that part in there. I want my family to know where I'm at or where they can find me at. You know what I'm saying?
And 9 times out of 10, when you're going to do something like that, you're going to leave a note.
Yeah. It just seems out of the way to go to a different state to do it.
Yeah. Because for one, she didn't have ties to North Carolina. Yeah, no family, no friends.
But
Now,
he just happened to be in North Carolina that day.
right.
Hey,
and
Lollipop, how are you?
he has ties to North Carolina. I'm not sure.
Where in North Carolina?
Lumberton. It's not far
Oh, I know where that is.
from Charlotte. It's right like on the other side of Charlotte.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's a bad town, but I don't know. It's corrupt too, so.
Kent said, Betty Joe, that it's never too late for popsicles.
It,
Then he said, I tried, kid. At least I tried.
Yeah.
oh, I'd have gave it to her, but you know.
Give
I don't
that
like-
baby a popsicle, Betty
I don't-
Joe. Hers being good tonight.
She's out there coloring.
Well, it's a good thing she's not around us in real life. We'd have that child spoiled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All
She'd
of
be
us.
spoiled rotten.
She's already spoiled.
Oh, she would be worse. For
Yeah,
sure.
she would be really bad.
We went to the grocery store today, and he says, "Can I have these cupcakes?" I said, "Sure. Put them in the cart." "Can I have this?" I said, "Sure. Put it in the cart." She says, "I love you, my mom."
Aww.
I said, "I love you too, baby."
See, these are the kind of memories she'll remember, you know, which it will be great for her to remember as she grows up. The special bond. That's so important.
So when we got to the register, they have they have lollipops up there. She said, "Mom, can I have 2 lollipops?" I said, "Sure. Pick what color you want." She got a cotton candy one and I think.
I love the cotton candy.
And she says, "Can I have this when we get to the house?" I said, "Sure. You can have anything you want."
All right, so I just put the link to the video that I had pulled up on TikTok. I just put it in the chat. Ryan, how are you?
So I give her whatever she wants. So.
Lollipop, it was who is this on TikTok? Hold on. It was in the Micah Miller discussion what really happened Facebook group.
Yeah.
And Sorted Out, is that the name of the TikTok channel? I think it's called, yes, Sorted Out Cleaning. I'm actually going to start following them, but I will grab their TikTok link too and put in here of So that's the person who posted the video on TikTok. And it looks like they have been following the case for a little while. So let me get. I don't go to TikTok enough, y'all. I hear people like getting caught up in the TikTok videos. Lollipop, you're very welcome. And I never do it. And this is apparently what JP has said about where he's paying people. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So he says, well, we are losing thousands every week until lawsuits start working, but I'll do $350 per social media person. So for every person you get me all their stuff, I can do $350. And if any of those people actually bring in money, I will hook you up with 10% of what actually comes in from that particular person.
Now, he actually thinks he's going to win the lawsuit.
He really does.
He's that conceited in himself.
He better think again.
Well, I'm here to tell him God ain't on his side.
No, sure ain't.
Oh, no.
Ain't nobody on his side.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Betty Jo.
And I don't live far from South Carolina, so he playing.
Okay, let me get off of here. Wait, where did it go? Hold on. Lollipop, grab that link and send it to him.
I'll stand in front of his church and protest.
Okay, you must not be familiar with 1A.
You're not allowed to take a bullhorn.
I don't need that.
Megan Els, how are you? So you have to get to sleep, but I think the death in North Carolina of Micah is because there is a huge difference in a death penalty between South Carolina and North Carolina. Someone looked into the case. They got caught.
I don't think North and South Carolina has the death penalty.
Yeah, they do. Wasn't Murdoch supposed to go to DP?
I don't think so.
Hey, Scarlett, I think I'm going to jump down, and I'm really tired tonight.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming out.
I love you guys.
Love
See you
you.
tomorrow.
Love you too. Have a good night.
You too. Sleep safe, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yes, Avery, thank you. We forgot about the teenager in Edna, Texas, Elizabeth Medina. She was also murdered by an illegal immigrant. Forgot about her.
It's becoming too common.
Yeah, back in December. Yeah.
Becoming too much.
Thank you, Avery. Okay. Wait. Let's see. Yeah, Lollipop. Yeah, I can. I'll send him the link on Twitter.
Oh.
Hey,
Avery,
I'm back.
Back.
Yeah.
If I remember right, that case, the one that I just sent you in the Discord, she was a cheerleader. I think she was 16, and he had been stalking her, and then he broke into her apartment and knifed her to death.
And then, wasn't that the one that was it her mom that kept calling her?
No, this girl was older. Wait. I'm getting confused with the girl that lived with her dad. Maybe it might be. Can you pull up the article?
Yeah, because it seems like the mom kept calling her and she wasn't answering the phone or something like that. God, there's so many of them that it's hard to keep up with everything.
I can't remember that part. I just remember her being like a popular cheerleader, and I remember that he was stalking her and broke into her apartment.
You talking about the one that was found in the bathtub?
Oh, I can't remember. Dang it.
I think it was the teenage girl.
Yeah, she was 16, I think.
Yeah. This was in February of this year. A Texas grand jury has indicted the illegal immigrant suspect in a 16-year-old girl's brutal murder on capital murder charges.
Yep.
The indictment obtained by Fox News Digital says Rafael Romero, 23, intentionally caused Elizabeth Medina's death while in the course of attempting to commit a burglary, robbery, or essay. Well, no, she was supposed to be at a football game. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
she didn't. Her mama went to the game and she wasn't there,
Yep.
Show up.
and went back home and found her.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Oh, that poor mama.
Now, is she the one that was in the bathtub?
Yes.
I think so. Yes. It says the documents also allege Romero murdered Medina by causing the teenager's head to strike a firm surface, striking her head with a hard object, or repeatedly stabbing or cutting her with a sharp object or edged weapon.
That was
It's
her.
very disturbing to me. Elizabeth's mother, Jacqueline Medina, told Fox News Digital of the indictment, adding that she thinks the grand jury handed down the capital murder charge because of all the evidence and all the other details in the case. Remember, that was her only daughter.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, it says, yeah, she was in the bathtub and likely stalked. And he was also texting her friends, or texted her friends.
Okay, Dub said, wait, that he ran. Okay, so I'm from Texas. I know all these cases. He ran to Louisiana. Did they catch him in Louisiana? I don't remember. Yeah, there's so many of these cases, and there's Elizabeth right there. We have so many cases to keep up with. It's sad that we have that many to keep up with.
That's what I was talking about. Like the rise that I'm seeing in cases like this, and it's. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, so far they've been able to catch them, but my worry is, that
It wasn't a football game.
no.
Basketball?
Elizabeth Medina was staying home from school December the 5th, but her friends and family did not notice anything out of the ordinary until she failed to show up to a Christmas parade
Oh.
that her cheerleading team was marching in that afternoon. That's what it was. Megan Els, have a good night. So that's what it was. So she didn't show up to that, and her mom was there, and when she didn't see her, she went home and found her.
But wasn't there one that didn't show up to a football game or a game also? Because that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, I think so.
There
That does
probably
sound
is.
familiar.
There probably is, honestly.
I mean, I could send you these cases all night long, and a lot of them are from this year, 2024. It is freaking mind-blowing what our country is coming to.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Deb said he went with one of her friends. He came back from Louisiana. I told y'all. Oh, Deb, I do apologize. I missed those comments in the chat. Okay, so Jacqueline, who attended the parade after work to support her daughter but never saw her there, immediately began reaching out to Elizabeth's friends to find out where she was. When she arrived home later that day, she found Elizabeth deceased in the bathtub of their Edna apartment with her foot sticking out from behind the shower curtain.
God, could you imagine? I can't even imagine walking in and finding my child like that.
I can't either.
It takes some strong parents to overcome that and move on, or carry on with life. I don't think I could be that strong. I just don't think I
Me
could.
neither.
No, and this was her only child. I do remember that.
Whatever.
I'd probably have a breakdown.
She's a strong woman. You have to give it to her, y'all. She is, and it did say in the article I read a minute in the upper part of this that she said she was going to be there every step of the way to make sure that her baby got justice.
I really couldn't imagine it. I had when I lost Jaden's twin, I don't know if it was a mental, I don't know what you would call it, but like I had to be sedated. So something like this, I could not see myself
I couldn't.
handling it at all.
Yeah, she's
But
a
I guess
very strong woman.
they find some kind of inner strength, and a lot of times I think it's to see out justice for their child, and that's where they get that strength from.
Yeah.
And from the good Lord, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times though, when parents are going through this, they don't let themselves grieve until the justice has been gotten.
Justice is served.
And then once that happens, then they allow themselves to grieve. Because if if you go through the grieving process, you're not thinking, like you're not concentrating on what needs to be concentrated on at that time.
Yeah, because you have that mentality, like I have to be strong, because
Right.
I gotta go to court and I gotta see this through. That's what worries me about and I don't know why, but he always comes to my mind is Steve Gonsalves. I don't know what he's like behind closed doors, but just from like what I've seen of him like on TV and in the news and stuff, he's one person that I really, really worry about once he gets that closure, he gets that justice. He's
Yeah,
one
'cause-
person that I really worry about.
Yeah, because I don't think he's ever allowed himself to grieve.
No.
I think he's too focused on, well, not too focused on. I shouldn't say it that way. I think that's his main thing is being focused on getting justice for those 4 kids.
And I think that he's trying to be like the man, the rock of the family. And I don't know, but there's just something. I've just always had a feeling whenever I see him on news, press, conferences or whatever, I just watch him, and something just tells me that this man is going to literally break when this is all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sure hope the police are effing it up like the police did in Canton on Karen Reed. I really hope they don't F things up.
Oh, look, I had another fall out of my chair moment today during the Karen Reed trial. Betty Jo, did you hear when, I don't remember that man's name, on the witness stand testified that John O'Keefe's watch shows him ascending and descending a staircase after Karen dropped him off? I nearly fell out of my chair.
Yeah, I seen it.
But didn't they say that his phone didn't move after a certain time also?
I think this is his step tracker or whatever, like a watch or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it literally shows him going upstairs and coming back downstairs. And this is a good time after she dropped him off.
Yeah.
It was like 3 flights of stairs. I remember seeing people, because that's the only place I ever see anything about that case is on Twitter. And people have some heated discussions about that case on Twitter.
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think she's guilty.
I don't think she is either. But this case has made me come out of my chair more times than I can count going, I think I have said WTF more times watching this trial than I have in my life.
It's like, what in the hell are these people? What? There's no proof, no evidence yet.
And then you hear things like this. You're hearing all this proof that shows that she didn't do it, and you're like, why is this even in trial? Like, why,
Right.
why? I
And
do not.
Damn
if
thing.
she did do it, it was an accident, in my opinion.
I don't
Uh,
even.
If she did it, which I don't think she did, but if she did it, it was an accident.
and they played her voicemails today
Yeah.
too. Of
Yep.
I
when
saw that.
Doesn't make her a murderer.
her
The voicemails
voicemails,
does not make her a murderer.
her voicemails are genuine. Like you can tell in her voicemails, she genuinely thinks the reason he hasn't come home is because he's with another woman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is so genuine. You can hear it in her voice. I just, I've just never seen such a case before like this.
I know I haven't.
Man, that's some shit that would happen to me. I'd have a boyfriend. I'd drop him off. I'm telling you, that's kind of like I have.
It's just crazy. That's all.
That's why I've decided to just
They
become a
want it
nun.
on her to make her look like, and then after the court, I was watching Law and Order, not Law and Crime, and there's these women on there talking about her, and this one is like a psychiatrist or whatever, and she said, "Oh, her facial expressions. Well, you would have them facial expressions too if you had MS.
Yeah, see,
Right.
I didn't know that she had
You did
that.
not know
Well,
this.
y'all had said it last night because I always thought, like, why is she making all these little smirks and all that? But I didn't know she had MS.
Well, I
Yep.
mean, like
I just thought she had tight lips.
it's like this doctor. She's trying to diagnose her. Well, you ain't never talked to her, so how can you diagnose her?
Right.
And she also had a lot of stomach problems. That's why
Mind
when
surgery. I
when
think
she was in Aruba, she wanted her own bathroom, her own room, because I forgot what it's called, but she's got another issue.
Just
with her-
Crohn's.
Yeah, that's it.
See, I didn't follow the case enough to know like the medical part of it. So I didn't.
I got so mad when that
Yeah.
police officer was putting in those group text messages calling her leaky ass,
Yep.
all that stuff, because, that's what my son goes through.
My-
Man, I was pissed.
Well, that's
My niece
very
has-
unprofessional
My niece has Crohn's disease.
because he was talking about that she had in one of the messages, is it Fall Rivers?
Trish.
Fall Rivers accent or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something like he was just there was so many different things that he was saying about her
Mm-hmm.
that him as law enforcement should not have been saying.
No, and especially on the stand.
Right. It was just very unprofessional. So I did read all of that in Twitter, but as far as the case, it was just like too many moving parts.
Well,
He
I know,
also was calling her the C word, C-U-N-T, just bad.
I do know when her lawyer was questioning the dude about the cell phone and all that, he got a little heated with him.
Oh yeah.
I feel for her sitting there having to hear that because, it's not something that she can help. And because I have personally watched my son go through that, and I know he'll go through that his whole entire life, and I know how he feels about that. So I just can't even, like, and then having it, aired out in court and knowing that they were talking about you like that, behind your back, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a medical problem. There's nothing you can do. So it's just, people
Well,
are just,
anything medical like that shouldn't never be brought up
Mm-mm.
unless they're saying, okay, hey, for example, Karen Reed, we think that she might have had something to do with this. This is her medical history. So be careful when apprehending her. But talking about it in an unprofessional manner is very trashy.
And what makes
Mhm.
me mad too, and I hate to say this because, John O'Keefe isn't here to defend himself, but how do you think those officers found out that she has the details of her condition?
I mean, somebody had to tell them.
I
Unless
think
she told it and then they talked about it amongst themselves.
She
I
wouldn't
wonder
tell
if it was
something
in her
like that.
chat because they extracted her phone. I wonder
Well,
if they found information on her phone about it. That's how they found out.
No, because this was from the very beginning that they started. They were saying those things. I'm positive that John told one or two of those officers about it.
it's a good possibility. Or when they were all hanging out, I mean, she could
Because
have
she
told them.
told like some of the women, and maybe the women told the husbands or something
No,
like
I don't think so, because they all thought that she was weird and uppity and stuck up because of requesting a separate room, because they didn't know that she had those issues.
Oh, okay.
So the person who knew that she had those issues was John.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And that's what ticks me off. I'm sorry, but if she's good enough for you to stick your pecker into, then you don't need to be, going around talking about,
Talking shit,
No.
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, if that's what
If
happened,
that's what
yeah.
happened.
But then again, like, it could have come out from somebody else that she had Crohn's disease and she has MS.
Yeah, but how
Yeah,
would they know she has leakage?
It's because when you have a Crohn's disease like that, you have that.
I
My
know quite a few people though that have Crohn's that don't have leakage, but
my niece,
she's had all the surgeries. It just depends.
yeah, but it also depends if the surgery works. You know,
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
sometimes the surgery don't work.
It's just so terrible. I think I'm gonna adopt 9 more dogs and move to the mountains.
That's what I'm worried about.
Kelly
You're
M, have a wonderful night.
gonna be called the dog lady.
That's okay. They can call me the dog lady.
I'll give you Dollar the cat to go with all your dogs.
I want a cat. So this little kitten came up right after the storm when we were out here cleaning up, and she's so cute. They told me that she's called a tuxedo because she's the black and white. She's
Mhm.
so cute, and she was like hopping around my yard, and like she would come up on the porch, and one of my ferns, the leaf would touch her like behind her tail, and it would scare her, and she'd like flip backwards off of the porch. She was cracking me up. And then I finally picked her up, and she was loving all over me, and I wanted to keep her so
Don't fall
bad.
for it. Don't fall for it.
But
Don't,
Jaden's
Don't
allergic.
for it.
don't fall
Jaden,
for it.
he's allergic. Otherwise, I would have kept her. But she's across the street at my neighbor's, so I get to go over there and see her.
Well, I fell for it with Dollar. Okay. That is the whiniest cat.
That sounds like Shadow. When Shadow's man, he'll sit there and whine at you like,
Oh God! Dollar gets in the window and he sees the cats outside,
oh,
and
he
then
does that.
yes, this weird meowing, and then I'm trying to sleep at night, and he's wanting me to rub on him, and I'm just like, get off of me! Just, he does not
Aw.
know
Go to
nothing
bed.
about personal space.
Oh, of course not.
Oh, jeez. And then the 2 kittens that we have in the house with him, he thinks that he's their mama. And so he thinks that he should carry them around like the mama cat carries kittens.
Yep.
That if anybody has anything to do with them, he's got to be right there watching you. He's
Well, he's a good daddy.
he's a nosy cat. I'm telling you,
Curious
Avery,
cat.
don't fall for it.
You're the
Okay.
name, Curious George.
Well, I named him Dollar because I got him from the Dollar General. but
We before I had Jaden, my daughters, they're not allergic to cats, and we had a Siamese and a Burmese. And then when we moved to Alabama, then we got we got a dog, and I swear one of the cats and the dog, they were in cahoots. It's like the dog would go over and mess with the cat. Like I think the dog was talking to the cat like in their little dog language, and then the cat would get up and go and jump up on the kitchen counter and paw like food, like wrapped cookies or something, and paw them off of the counter for the dog, but then the dog would save some for the cat. And I'm like, these two are in cahoots. They're actually talking to each other.
That sounds like Maggie and Shadow.
you have to watch. You can't eat like pizza rolls in front of Dollar because he'll lay down, watch your plate with the pizza rolls on them. And I had to have my pizza rolls in a certain, like they had to be sitting a certain way on my plate when I'm eating them. And then I'm not paying attention. He watches me. I'm watching TV. And then I notice he's inching a little bit closer. And next thing I know, he's got his little paw up in my plate, still in one of my pizza rolls.
He's like, you're giving me one of these, whether you know it or not.
Straight up. I think I have a picture. I will post in Discord. He's literally still in my pizza roll.
Scarlett, you have to do that little trick where you put you turn your camera on, and you put food in your hand, and you pretend like you fall asleep with it in your hand, and watch what your animal does. I did that to my dog just to see.
Klaus will see it and eat it, so you can't have any type. Well, especially pizza or bread. That's Klaus's favorite things.
Tucker got a piece of bread stuck to the roof of his mouth the other day, and he thought he was just going to lose his shit. He was not having it.
Tonka, no. Tonka said, "Aren't kitty cats great?" No.
They're so cute.
Did Summer ever get rid of all her kitty cats, or she still got them all?
We wouldn't know. We hadn't seen her.
Got them all.
I don't know. I just know that I don't want any more cats at all.
Well, I think Shadow got our female cat. I think we're going to have babies.
Well, the cat that just had the kittens, y'all remember that I posted the picture on
oh, yeah.
the kittens we found them? Okay, that mama cat, she's pregnant again.
Oh.
Wow.
And these cats ain't even, they're still
What a hoe.
little. Well, I mean,
promiscuous.
There was 5 or 6 male cats that showed up around our house.
Oh, dang.
So,
she got tag teamed.
We already had, the 3 Milo and Beavis and Fuzzy, but we had them outside, but there was other ones that showed up during that time too. So
that happens to me. I walk out of my front yard and all of a sudden there's like all these men everywhere, but I go inside.
I knew where that one was going. But I want to get her fixed, but I can't catch her because she's a stray.
Oh, you're going to have to trap her with
we're going to have to do something because she doesn't need to back. That's not good for her.
No, that's not.
No.
And we've tried, like, my husband can go up and play with the kittens and stuff, and she'll come up and rub up against him, but we can't touch her. She won't let us touch her.
Yeah,
she
can't have that many. There's a term for it. She'll end up.
Yeah, it's not good for them, and she's not a very old cat. You're not supposed to breed even dogs on their first.
Well, the human term for it is turned out. Not sure what it is for cats, but
yeah.
Well, after a female cat has so many litters, it could also kill them.
Yeah, and
so God.
She's full grown, but she's a very small framed female cat.
Aww.
And so it's not good for her, and so we're gonna have to figure out something. We may have to set a trap for her.
Yep. You are.
Just take the trap to the vet and be like, y'all have fun getting her out. and have her fixed. And I do need to get my male cats fixed.
Yeah,
Because,
we're getting Shadow fixed too.
yeah. So,
Because they're
but,
both in the house, they don't go outside, so you don't have no choice but to try to get caught.
well, we have Dollar and Bug in the house, and they're both male cats, and they're up to the age now where they need to be fixed also. So maybe they'll quit all that damn meowing and shit.
Yeah, it prevents a lot of cancers too. Getting
Yeah.
them spayed and neutered.
Well, I
So-
do know a male cat is cheaper than having a male cat fixed is cheaper than a female.
Well, either way though, because we can't catch her to put her up in the house whenever it's that time when she's in heat or whatever. So I think it would just be better no matter what the cost is to get her
Yeah.
fixed also, because literally there's cats from all over that show up here. So
We have spay and neuter clinics here where there's like a it's usually there's like a waiting list, like a month or two, but they do it for like $10.
they used to have a thing where you can get like vouchers to get it done for free, but it was only during a certain month each year. But I haven't seen them doing that here lately. So I don't know. But either way, no matter the cost, it's got to be done. So
It's pretty expensive here. I think for cat no, for dogs it's like $200 a dog for a female dog.
Yeah, and the males are always cheaper.
yeah. Well, there's not as much detail into it.
Right. It's
You
easy.
know. Yeah. So, but Klaus, he's not fixed, but he's too damn old, and all he does is lay around and eat and sleep. So,
You'd be surprised. Them old ones will fool you.
well, I mean, he
'Cause-
was 2 years old when we got him, and that was in 2017. So he's getting old.
Because before we lost Zoe to cancer, she had puppies. I think it was 2017. She was old.
Yeah.
She was age, but she still had puppies.
Yeah, I told my husband after Klaus passes away, I'm not getting no more dogs. We still have my father-in-law's female, but she gets fixed. But after that, I'm not getting no more dogs.
So she said.
No, I'm not. I swear I'm not. I don't want
Well,
no more dogs.
we now have Maggie, Bailey, and Griffin. They're the only three left because we lost Rupert because somebody shot him,
Right.
and then Zoe passed away from cancer. So, and I said we don't need no more after these.
I mean, Klaus can barely, like, his leg, his left hip hurts him a lot. He always wants to be in the bed. So in order for him to get in the bed, if his hip is okay, he has to put his front feet up on the bed first, and then the board that runs like across the bottom of the bed that your mattress is sit on.
Yeah.
He puts his back feet up on that and then climbs up onto the mattress. But if it's hurting him, I have to pick his big ass up to put him in the bed. He's like 70 pounds.
I would, because there come to the point where they had to pick Zoe up and take her outside because she couldn't even walk. Her back paws, she couldn't even use them.
My dogs have stairs to get into the bed, little steps.
But your dogs are small, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 65, 70 pound pit bull.
Yeah, because Zoe was lab mixed.
Yeah.
Maybe you could make him a ramp.
He wouldn't use it, though, because he's always gotten in the bed on my side. He won't go on the other side of the bed to get up there. It has to be on my side, and he has to lay at where my feet are.
Aww.
Every single time. So he needs his own damn bed.
Hey, Summer.
But poor thing, he's getting so old.
Yeah, they get old.
Oh, did you say Summer came in?
Yeah.
Oh, now you can ask her if she has her kittens.
Yeah. Did you do you still have your kittens, Summer?
She said I heard my name and woke.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I need to respond to something real quick.
I gotta put my phone on the charger before it dies.
You done pulled an Avery.
Yeah, usually I pay attention to it, but
Okay, I was answering Princess Leia back.
talking about all these kids getting kidnapped and
I think her kittens though are still too. I don't think they're old enough to be homed yet.
Who, Summers?
I think so. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, they should be by now.
I guess time flies, so maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're way
Okay.
over 6 weeks old. I would think.
I don't know. I feel like it was just a few weeks ago, but maybe I'm my
Yeah, but
time.
Avery, you got to think though. You thought it was Friday when it was Tuesday. Okay, I thought today was Saturday for some reason. I don't know where the hell mine and your days are going. So, you know. And I thought you had to get up early in the morning.
I know, and I went to go get in bed, and I had I had my I was filling up my cup of water with my water pitcher, and I don't know how I did it, but I dumped the whole dang thing on the bed, so I had to pull my sheets and everything off and throw them in the dryer because I can't get to the cabinet in the center of the house in the hallway where all my linen closet.
Yeah.
That's where the floor is still down. I can't get to it to get to
okay.
there. So I had to go throw them in the dryer. So I'm sitting here waiting for them to dry.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a whole pitcher of water too.
Oh shit.
I'm laughing with you, not at you. I guess I need to get off of here. It seems like I've got something to do tomorrow, but I don't know what it is.
I'm going to cry tomorrow when he gets on that van and leaves.
Oh, he's gonna be fine.
I know. I know.
gotta let them grow up.
Yes.
Good gracious, can you imagine her sending him off to college?
No.
I'm going with him.
He'll go with it. Can you imagine when he has his first girlfriend?
No.
Oh, God. No.
Avery's gonna do a criminal background check.
Poor
Deb,
kid,
you are very welcome. Thank you for joining us.
the kid
Yeah.
has to grow up, Avery. Gotta let him.
Avery's gonna be like, okay, here's the name, here's her address, her birthday. We need to look into her. I need to know everything about everybody she's kin to, all the way back to like 7 generations of family. We're gonna have to have a big ass whiteboard building a family tree over.
His dad just got out of the hospital, and I was texting him tonight, and I was like, "Hey, are you down for a trip to the beach? We just got to get disguises, and get down to the beach." And he messages me back, and he's like, "Shit, woman, I'm 6'3". You think I'm gonna be able to disguise myself?" Like, he's a big old dude, and I'm like, "Well, yeah, we can put a Hawaiian shirt on you, a big old floppy hat." I mean, I got it all figured out, but nobody's down. I even asked Metamom if she wants to go with me. I have extra wigs.
Yeah, I saw the wig comment in chat earlier.
Nobody will participate.
If I was there with you, I would go with you.
I know you would too. See,
I would be so down for it.
Gosh,
That would be an epic trip.
How old is he?
13.
God. This poor kid.
Just wait till he gets his driver's license.
Yeah, 'cause he's never gonna be home, Mom.
So I don't let my kids get driver's license at 16. I know that you guys I'll probably all have thoughts on that, but I don't feel like 16-year-olds are responsible enough to be on the road. So
Really not.
I couldn't get mine till I was 17, almost 18, and same with my daughters. So
Deb said I thought he was 5 or something.
Well, see, that's a good thing because in New Jersey, you can't get until you're 17, almost 18 anyway. So
yeah,
I didn't have that problem.
yeah. In fact, when I took him to the bowling alley with his friends the other day, when I told you guys about how they called to be picked up early because the girls ditched them and they all look like, they just lost their best friends. They were going to try to ride home with one of the girls from youth group who's 16, and I was like, oh no.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't.
You can all, yeah, sure, you can all ride, but I'm coming to pick up Jaden. Nope, he's not getting in the car with no 16-year-old.
Yeah, I don't blame you for
Well,
that.
no, I don't blame you there because 16 is a little too young to be.
Yeah.
But see, that's the age here in North Carolina, 16.
Yep, that's what it is here too. I didn't get my license until I was 19.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't agree with 16-year-olds on the
I
on
mean,
the road.
I still drove, but I never. And I got them whenever I moved to Illinois. But
I mean, I was 17 when I got mine.
I think I was 17 too.
shit, I still drove all over the place, even before I got mine. All right, y'all. I guess I need to get out of here for the night.
All right.
It's already 1:30. Seems like there is something I'm supposed to be doing tomorrow, and I just don't remember what it is.
Well, let's see. You did your cleaning Sunday.
Did I?
Yeah, you were cleaning to music.
Yeah. You want to? I was mean cleaning then though.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good clean. And then Monday, me and my daughter hung out all day. Tuesday, did I go anywhere Tuesday? I know there's something. My aunt's gonna be texting me at like 7:30 in the morning, and be like, "Are you awake and ready to go?"
Oh, jeez.
No.
It seems. I know I got to take her Saturday, but it just seems like I'm supposed to take her somewhere tomorrow.
You know what? I've just decided I'm gonna Google hotels down there for the. I can't. I just can't do this.
Little poor child.
Oh my god. Well, are they staying in a hotel?
They're staying at a retreat at a church campus in cottages.
He's
Okay.
going to find Avery.
I know, but what if he has one of his nosebleeds?
See, I think secretly she just wants a trip away.
The adults there.
But what if he has one of his nosebleeds, or he has one of his passing out incidents, or his legs give out and they don't know what to do with him?
Do they know all about that?
Yeah. But
I'm
it's
pretty
not the same
sure.
as mommy.
But if he has a nosebleed, he knows how to deal with that.
I'm sure
If-
they're just fine.
Yes,
Worrying about that type of stuff.
if he passes out, or he has with his legs or whatever, I'm sure that they will call you for that.
Yeah.
And then it's going to take me 4 hours to get to him.
No, it won't, because you're going to be right next door.
Oh, that's right. I'm getting a hotel.
They already know you're going to be. Just let him don't let him know.
I told y'all when
if you
she
do show up. Do not let him know.
I told y'all whenever she got off the panel earlier, she was talking about like, I'm gonna keep y'all up to date, and she's gonna keep us up to date because she's gonna be right there.
Should be live streaming on the beach.
Oh my God. Jaden, I feel sorry for you. I'm going to tell you now.
He's probably in there listening to me going like, oh shit, my mama's gonna end up showing up down there. I just know it.
He's so excited about this trip. He took his melatonin at 8:30 so he could go to sleep so that the morning would come faster. I was like, oh my gosh, you're killing me.
Hey, it always worked for me when I was younger. The earlier you go to sleep, the quicker you wake up.
This is
Oh, Margaret,
terrible.
that is true. Margaret said, Avery, who knows, a beautiful 16-year-old camp counselor may be right there for Jaden.
This one over here.
Margaret, that could go wrong in 150 ways.
It's church camp.
Okay, baby.
Avery.
But I went to church camp at his age. I know
But-
what goes down
but-
at church camp.
But this
You-
is different.
Doesn't mean he's going to do the same thing that you did.
Exactly.
Next year, he's going to want to go to band camp. That's even worse.
American Pie just hit my brain.
That's what I was thinking.
Me too.
One time at band camp.
Just one time at band camp.
Oh my god! It straight hit the brain when she said that.
Yep.
Avery, he can't go to band camp.
Nope.
No,
Auntie,
band idea.
Auntie Scarlett is putting her foot down. Jaden cannot go to band camp.
Band camp's a bad idea.
I remember when Ashley was, I think she was 16, and she went on a skiing trip to, were they in Tennessee? And I was so, oh my gosh, I was worried to death. And then I start getting these text messages from her, and it says, man down. And I'm like, what? And the next thing I know, like, her friend took pictures of her, and she had fallen off the skis, and she was down flat on her back. And then I get all these pictures and no explanation. So all I get is man down, and then pictures of her on her back with her skis all up above her head. I'm already on the road, headed that way. She's perfectly fine.
Well, you have to let him grow up.
Who
know
says?
But not at
I
band
know it's
camp.
hard. I didn't want mine to grow up either, but
Show me a Bible verse that says that.
what? Did you gotta let him grow up?
Yeah.
You do. It's not a Bible. It's not about the Bible. It's about you gotta let him grow up.
He just can't go to band camp.
No, I mean, this is church camp. It's not. He's not going to do what you probably did.
And then do you know what this kid told me? So, okay, you guys know that, like, because Jaden has Cushing's disease, so he's 330 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wanted a swim shirt to go with his swim trunks. And
Okay.
I searched everywhere and couldn't get him a swim shirt, right? And I knew the reason why he wanted it, but he didn't come out and tell me the reason, but I knew why he wanted it.
All right.
And so I ended up having to
Yep.
just get him like a matching t-shirt to go with him. And then I was telling him, I was like, well, you know what? You're probably going to end up getting hot anyhow and taking it off. And he goes, Mom, if I take my shirt off and the girls see all of this sexiness, the whole beach is going to stop. And this is what he's telling me. And I'm like, oh my Lord, I
You
can't.
know why he's telling you that, right?
I can't handle it.
Avery, listen to me.
Uh-oh.
As
Lady,
as a mother of two boys, don't you dare embarrass that baby.
I'm not going to embarrass him. I'll be incognito. He'll never know.
I'm just telling you, sometime you gotta let the boy have his wings.
Yeah.
We're
Just
not
okay.
Not at band camp.
Lady
I've
V.
been on youth groups. Listen, I have been on plenty of youth group trips. Believe me.
So I have a question. Very serious question, Lady V. Since you raised two boys, at what age should I start side-eyeing my apple pies before I take a slice for myself?
Listen,
What?
I raised
Huh?
son. They're, if you don't let him at least do certain things, they're going to do it behind your back.
You're gonna hold on to him so tightly that you could end up losing him.
Yep.
Seriously,
Yep.
I'm being completely
right.
serious right
Right.
now.
That's
You have to let him have some freedom. You have to let him test his wings.
Yeah.
You have to let him out in the world to experience things little by little. So when he's older, an adult, He knows how to handle things. You have to trust your son.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can do all that while
But boys,
flying.
boys,
He'll never
listen,
know.
boys are different than girls.
That is true.
That is. She's right.
Yeah.
She is right.
That is true.
I mean,
And
you taught him from right from wrong.
Yeah, you
He
did.
has
He's,
that.
I think he'll be fine.
He's
I-
gonna be
honestly
fine.
do. I get the medical part of it about being worried about that, but like I said, the nosebleeds he knows how to deal with. The other,
No,
if any
no.
other thing happens, they would call you right then.
Yeah. But not
Well, they probably call
Or
an
they deal with
ambulance
it, too.
first. But seriously, you have to let him have some freedom to experience life without you around, because he needs that experience for later on in life. But I am telling you, honestly, you hold on too tight to a boy and
they're
you
gonna-
risk losing them.
Yep.
Well, now I have to
Okay.
ponder. Now I got to ponder this.
My sister did it to my nephew, and now he's grown and has 3 kids, and he lives in Tennessee, and he don't even talk to his mom. So
That's horrible.
it is.
I'm completely serious. I mean,
It's true, though.
I
My
know
sister-
we're kind of joking around and stuff, but I'm like, I'm sorry. I felt like I needed to come up here and say, okay, this is truth. This is fact.
Yeah, I
Been
think he'll be
there,
perfectly
done
fine.
that. Been there, done that. Okay. Experience is speaking here.
He'll be
I
perfectly
will
fine. He will
take
have the
this.
time of his life.
If something happened to him medically, they'll call an ambulance immediately and then they'll call you. But
Yep.
he,
Right.
more than likely, 90% of what we worry about never happens.
And just think, you're worrying about it now, which is understandable. But whenever he goes on this trip and then nothing medically happens, then you'll feel a little bit better after that about him going off without you.
Right.
And
You
I'm
know what I'm
sorry, if
saying?
he sneaks a kissy poo, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Lady V, go wash your mouth right now.
He's 13 years old.
I mean, at least he's a healthy boy, right?
He's 13. He's growing up. He's going to want to experience.
Dude, I went on my first date at 13.
Oh, I know he's growing up. The boy takes 45-minute showers 3 times a day. You think I don't know? I know.
My mom and dad
TM,
trusted me. I went on my first date when I was 13 years old.
Good grief, woman.
It was with the church boy.
See?
And me.
See?
He
But
was
that
a
doesn't-
gentleman. And that's what your son's going to be.
Your son is going to be perfectly fine. And he's going to respect women.
Hey,
Have I mentioned that Jaden is extremely cute and girls like chubby boys?
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
my
You
son's
have to
chubby.
let him flow.
But yeah, it's you have to realize though, he's very respectful.
Yes, he is. He's respectful.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
he
you have
is.
to also realize
So-
that you have raised him right. You have raised him properly. Have
Right.
faith in what you've taught him.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't think he's gonna go there and do anything that he's
No.
not supposed to do,
No.
or get into trouble, or be a follower, or anything like that.
No, he's
Mm-mm.
not going to go there and grab some girl's butt or try to.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think he's gonna do anything
No,
like
he would never do that.
No.
He's
So if he
respect-
goes back in the back of a cabin and he has a couple of smooches, big deal. He's got
Lady B, quit saying that.
He's got to experience life, Avery. What was the
Avery,
age
he's
you
got to.
first kissed somebody?
He's got to.
What age were you when you first kissed somebody?
16.
Okay,
Okay.
so he's not 16 yet, so you have
I
nothing to
don't-
worry about.
Yeah.
Right. Because you don't know. He might not even do it till he's 16. He might not
I'll-
even have a girlfriend till he's 16. You don't know.
And I saved myself for marriage, so he better do the same thing.
Okay. And he might. You never know.
You have to
You
let
got
him
to let him-
experience life
You gotta let him
without you.
experience the world.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I don't
still-
like any of this.
My
Either.
parents
I know it's hard.
sheltered
it's
me
hard.
too much.
It's hard. It's your baby. I get all of that. I really do get all of that. But let's say they have to experience life in small doses so that when reality hits in
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they're no longer children, they know how to handle things on themselves.
I
The
had to
last
do
thing
it with
you
my
want,
daughter.
the
I
last
did
thing
with
you
my son
want
and
is
my
him
daughter.
paranoid, thinking that you're spying on him somewhere.
He'll
And
never know.
listen.
Kids
And
know.
when
Kids know.
he's about 20, let's see, when he's about 28, 27, 28, and he buys his first home, you're
For
gonna
me,
what?
For him and his wife. Hey, Miss Amir, how are you?
Yeah, or him and his girlfriend. You're gonna be so proud. When my son was the first one to buy his house. He was 27, think so. And you're proud when they do that because you know you raised them right to
Absolutely.
with the work ethic, going to work every day, you know, buying a brand new home, buying a brand new truck. You know, you feel good because you raised them to do all that.
Right.
Exactly. And Jaden's a good kid. I've
He
never
is.
met him, but just, what we've heard and, seen on videos and all, he's a good kid. He's not going to go do anything wrong.
No, he's not gonna. You can tell he's a good kid. He's not gonna go out and
And
mess
he's
up because that's not the type of kid he is.
and he's not going to let someone else get him in trouble.
Right.
So I don't think you have that to worry about. I completely get the medical part of it, though.
Oh yeah.
No,
I do
too.
get that.
But
But he's going to be perfectly fine. He really
But
is.
let's say he does have a medical emergency and you pop out in out of nowhere.
he's gonna know you've been there.
He's going to resent that. Flat out. Boys are different than girls. Boys have to be raised to be men. And to be raised to be men, they have to experience life.
I had to do it with mine. It was hard as hell, but
It is hard.
I had to
It
do
is
it.
hard. It's gut wrenching. It's scary. It's all of those things.
I mean, I only have one son and one daughter, and I only raised one boy, but it is scary. And then when you turn around and do it with your daughter, because she's the youngest, and it's like, oh my
Mhm.
God.
Yeah. Dub said try having 4 girls high school age.
Nope.
I mean, can you imagine? Okay, how embarrassed would you have been if you went on that youth trip? Okay, and your mama popped out. Let's say you had some sort of a nosebleed or something, and your mama popped out, and all your friends saw your mama's right there.
oh,
Yep.
you just reminded me. My first kiss was 13, not 16.
I was waiting to hear that one.
Lady P's like, I already knew it.
I was
But-
gonna say I don't believe
That's
you, but
one of his friends.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, if his friends were to see you, Avery, he would be mortified.
Yeah.
And then they probably tease them.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you don't want that.
no, and he would grow to resent it. He would.
No, because then we would all get upset if that happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And
See, I
all-
was better with my daughters, and my daughters are older and they're well in their 20s and, they have their college degrees and they're doing good. But they were never sick like Jaden.
You're gonna be this way with him because he's sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with my oldest, and he's 24.
Right. Because
Yeah.
you're
I
gonna
get all of that, but at the same time, Avery, he's got to learn how to deal
Yeah.
with that in his life.
Mhm.
too.
Where
That's
my-
part.
Because my
Okay.
son's not able to go. He's able to physically, but he's also not able to go somewhere like church camp,
right.
where Jaden is, and like I said, he's not going to get in trouble. He's not going to
No.
let other people get him in trouble.
I
You
mean,
have
if it was
nothing
a
to worry about with that.
concert, if it was a concert or some crazy thing like that, that'd be one thing. But we're talking church camp. They're only going to get into so much trouble because they're going to be watched. Believe
Yeah.
me.
Right.
When
They're
you
probably going
have-
to have them so many activities going on with them that they're not going to have time to get in trouble.
Right?
Yeah.
That's true. They do have a pretty good list of activities.
And if you were there and something happened, you would call the ambulance. And if you're not there and something happens, they're going to call the ambulance.
Yes.
And he's gonna have to. The thing is, as he grows up, he's got to deal with that because you're not
Exactly.
gonna
He's
be
got,
around. You're
Yeah.
not going to always be there. He's not always going to say, "Hey, mom." He's going to learn to deal with it on his own.
And he has to learn how to be a man.
Yeah. It's
He
nothing
would
you did. It's just something
Hmm.
you're going to have to.
look. If I didn't think he would be fine going off by himself to church camp, I would be like, he's not going to be fine. You need to keep an eye on him. But
Right.
and I've been joking around, with you spying on him and all this snap. But 1000%, I honestly think that he will be okay.
I do too.
Okay, I won't spy.
I mean, he's
I
going to
mean,
have a
put
cell
life-
phone, right?
Yeah, put
Uh-huh.
like 360 on his phone. I mean,
Yes.
something like that. That's
always
absolutely
check that.
fine. But don't physically go down there. It's a
Yeah.
Yeah,
big
because do
mistake.
believe my daughter is 21 years old, and I stalk Life 360
And the
when I
thing
know
is,
she's at home.
he's probably going to text you and say, "Hey, I'm having a good time," or text you and say, "Good night, mom," or something like that. He's not going to just not.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
not going to ghost you for the whole 4 days.
Oh
No.
yeah. He's gonna text me for sure.
Yeah.
But
so
if he doesn't, that probably means he's having a great time.
right,
Exactly.
he might
But
text you
doing
later on.
the Life 360 thing,
He
though,
might just
I
be
would
too
put that on there.
exhausted. He might just be too exhausted by the
Right.
end of the night,
Yeah.
Right. Because
you-
with the Life 360,
it's-
you can see when they're at wherever it is that they're sleeping at, the resort or whatever it is. You can see when he goes to the beach. You can see, if they're going out for dinner or whatever. You can keep up with all that, and you still know where he's at without Jaden, where you at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And as long as he's
Yeah.
moving around, he's okay.
Exactly.
Okay, you guys have convinced me.
He's gonna
Thank
be.
goodness.
He's gonna be fine. He really
Will
is.
be.
I will
You
calm.
didn't take this weekend to pamper yourself.
Exactly.
I will
Sure.
calm myself down.
And he'll be back. What, Sunday?
Monday
Okay. Monday.
evening.
But
Okay.
aren't one of your daughters down close to the beach also?
She's at I think she's at Orange Beach right now.
So she
Yeah.
would be, is she closer to where he's going to be than what you would be?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And
so-
his dad is too, because his dad's 2 hours south of me. So his dad could get there in an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still have, if something was to happen, you still have 2 other people that could get there before you could get there that you would trust to be there with him.
Yeah.
So it's
He's
not
going
like you're
fine.
the only one and you're just going to be 4 hours away. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You guys made your point.
Well, we're not trying to do it to make it sound.
No, we're not, hun.
We're trying to make you understand that he's 13. He's a boy, and he needs to learn and do things. And
It's just,
Not-
it's
and
just,
then you keep if you keep like hovering, he's going to resent it.
he really will. And our job as older women is
Hey.
to help the younger ones
Well, I am.
with our experience.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were calling me older.
No, me and
I mean,
Betty Joe.
my son's 33, going to be 34. My daughter just turned 30 in October, so
Yeah, mine's
You
38
know.
and 36. I mean,
Ashley, my oldest is 27. She don't tell me shit though.
Well, Dub is saying you need to go to the spa, Avery.
Yep.
Yep.
Go
That's what my sister
spoil
keeps
yourself.
telling me too. She's like, just go book yourself at the
Exactly.
Renaissance and go to the spa. And
Everything you've been through, Avery, I would take this time to just reflect, and I would take this time to relax.
Yep.
And just rejuvenate yourself for when he's home.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, you can sleep when you want to,
Yep.
walk around the house when you want to.
That's like
You can
that's
go around naked.
I mean,
a good idea.
By the way, no man shall interrupt our chat again.
Too interrupted.
What man?
When you're over on Facebook and you drop down because you have to talk to some guy you just met.
Oh.
I'm
I
done.
thought she was talking about somebody done come up in here and I done missed it.
No, I'm
Like,
jealous.
where the hell have I been?
Nope, I'm jealous.
Oh, no. And this is actually somebody that I've known and met and even went on a couple of dates with 10 years ago. But then I had seen on Facebook he got married and then I'd never seen him again. And well,
I'm still hurt.
I guess he got a divorce 2 years ago and he's living right here in the same town as me. And he popped up on there and I was like, hey, I remember you. And he's like, I remember you too. And I was like, oh shit. And so, yeah.
Well, I'm hurt that you jumped down to talk to him.
See, that's
No,
why
that's not why I got
Your
down.
girls. Yeah.
That's not why I got down. He's actually he's in bed. He's
Honey,
retired
I'm
Air
just
Force, but
picking on you.
he's got.
I don't know.
some
That
other
might have been
thing.
the reason why Lady V left the panel earlier because her feelings were hurt, Avery.
Well,
Yeah,
Lady
I
V,
was crying all this time.
I will send you the screenshots of his pictures and our messages, and you will understand.
Okay.
You probably don't want to see the messages.
No, probably not.
They're nice messages.
Yeah,
I'm ready for AI to
Define
someone
nice,
to create.
Avery.
we know
I'm
how.
ready for someone to create an AI matchmaking thing. I wonder if AI can do better than
Goodness.
what
No,
I can.
That's just scary to me.
no, baby. It's 3:00 in the morning. You're not-
Anyway, I'm going to jump down again. I felt like I needed to come up and just tell you.
She needed to hear it.
Yeah.
I will take your words of wisdom into very thoughtful consideration.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Once again, I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right.
Good night.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night.
You're gonna be okay, Avery.
Yes, you both
Bye.
will. You both will.
All
Let me
right.
ask
Well,
you this. Would you rather him go and have a good time and not check up on him or be there, or have him resent you in the long run?
Yep.
That's why I say just do the Life 360. You can still keep up with him and where he's at and what he's doing without physically being there.
okay.
That's the best
I
way to do it.
I concede.
It's not about conceding. It's just about
You know we make a good argument.
Actually, you guys do. I mean, you guys kind of dogpiled me, but yeah, you do.
If I could do it with my daughter, you can do it with Jade. Honestly. Because it was very hard
It's gonna be
Let-
hard. You're
to let
youngest.
her go.
I mean, it's gonna be hard, Avery. He's your youngest. He's there with you all the time.
And then he told me today too. I was like, "We got to run home. I need to cut your hair before you leave." And oh my goodness, he wants to go to a barber now. I was like, "What? No
Yeah.
more mommy haircut?"
No, girl,
Bro.
my boys they didn't want no more mommy haircuts once they hit like 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah,
Oh,
they want to go to a barber when they get
Yep.
that age.
yeah, but I've taken classes to perfect his hair,
Don't
and he
matter.
wants to go to a barber. I'm like, oh my gosh.
They're growing up, Mom.
I know. What am I? When he moves out, what am I? I'm just gonna adopt dogs.
Nobody said he was gonna move out right away on you.
Oh yeah, you still got several years for that.
I mean, he could live with you till he's 20, 21, 22. You don't know.
We can hope.
He might not
Um,
decide to move out till he's 25.
Betty Joe, Ginger said, "Is the baby still up?"
Yeah, she's still up.
Oh yeah, she parties with us all night.
This baby don't never go to sleep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hop back down so you can say your goodbyes.
All
Just
right,
wanna-
well,
have
thank you
to
for
go-
coming up. You
Gotta
know
go
where I'm-
rethink.
Well, you know where we're all at for moral support.
I gotta go
Yeah.
rethink my whole weekend.
So, and Dub does make a good point. Maybe his girlfriend moves in with Avery.
Yeah, there you go.
Problem is solved.
Not too sure about how I feel about that either, but okay.
But yeah, but if you don't want to go nowhere,
It's an option.
yeah.
Separate rooms.
Then they'd be doing it under my roof.
Separate rooms.
Nobody said that. Nobody but Avery.
Make them sleep in separate rooms.
Yeah.
You guys are full of ideas. That's why I love you. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go put the wigs up
All right. You do that.
and the Catwoman bodysuit.
Oh my God.
Well, I
To
have
the-
the nun suit too.
To the beach?
I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry, but if you'd have went to the beach in a Catwoman suit,
I'm
I'm
about to.
sorry.
She'd sweat to death.
I went
You
through.
would have you would have stuck out. Okay, you would have got the attention of everybody on the beach, thinking, "What the hell is this woman doing on the beach in a Catwoman suit?"
Well, I went through all my Halloween stuff, and what I come up with was the Catwoman, a nun. Well, I do have a muumuu. And I'm not even going to
Everything that she would burn up in to go to the beach.
and a pilgrim.
What about a bathing suit?
Not a normal.
That'd be
shorts
too
and
normal.
Shirt or that's what you want to go as. You want to go as a. You would never get a private investigator.
Make a good one.
You got to go and.
I don't know. I could probably run past JP Miller's house in my Catwoman suit, and he'd probably follow me.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I still have my theories on the Spider-Man suit, but I'm not going to say them on here.
Oh, Lordy.
Tonka said in today's world, nobody would even notice.
Probably.
It's true. I could probably walk across the beach in a Catwoman suit, twitch like I'm on meth, and people would probably just ignore me.
But girl, the Gulf beaches are like hotter than Hades right now.
Yes,
so
they are. I can attest to that.
You would literally melt.
That's true.
You might as well go in a witch suit, like the witch on the Wizard of Oz, and just melt.
Oh, I got a Wizard of Oz one too.
That wasn't an idea, though, Avery. I wasn't giving you an idea. I'm just saying.
I got the French maid. That wouldn't do well on the beach.
No.
Oh my God. I'm getting off.
Betty just like, that's it. I gotta go.
Now I'm thinking about the role play closet.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta go night.
You just don't need to go. Okay.
Oh,
just
okay.
put Life 360 on his phone. Put it on yours. You can do the free version of it, and you can keep up with him while he's down there. And he's gonna call you. He's gonna text you. You're gonna hear it in his voice, and he's having a good time.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go eat some more ice cream.
Oh my God! Do y'all hear Dollar?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that was the baby crying.
No, that is Dollar. He's sitting at my bedroom door right now doing that.
He sounded just like a baby.
Hearing?
Oh my gosh.
He's telling you he's ready to go.
No,
night-night.
he's in my room.
Yeah, he's
How
ready
the
to go
hell did
night night.
he get in here? My door is shut. He must have been hiding in here, and I didn't know he was in here whenever I went live. That's what Milo used to do. Do y'all remember Milo doing that shit? Now I got Dollar doing it.
Too funny.
You learned it from Milo.
Oh my God. I guess I need to get off here so I can he'll flush.
All right, I'm going down.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, thank y'all for coming up. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
No, Tonka, that's actually Dollar being a tit whiner. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here as well. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with us. Be safe in the heat, the storms. Betty Jo, have a good night. I love you all, and I will talk to you all later.